Good evening and welcome to BB&T Point. As the Rockers in the York Revolution get ready for their second game of this series. 3 more games for the Rockers in this homestand before they go back on the road. They won last night, the Rockers did, in exciting fashion for their third in a row. As always, I'm going to be joined by Ash Fields a little bit later for the broadcast. But here in the pregame show, I'm joined by the self-proclaimed heart and soul of the intern staff, John Furr, an intern here with the Rockers, and he is joining me now in the pregame. John, how are you?
I'm having a great day. Thanks for having me, Kevin. Look forward to being on the air with you.
Well, we're excited to have you. And, John, let's go ahead and start with last night. Your duties went into overtime last night as the Rockers went into extras. And where were you for the game? Were you down there?
I was down in the dugout probably the last 2 innings, so the 9th, and then we went into extras, so I was down there for that.
And so yeah, were you? So you? How close were you down there? Were you in the dugout? Where were you? Give us set the scene for us.
So I'm in the dugout right by the camera pit, so the
and that's where you were for the final?
Dugout, yep. Down there, next to some of the guys, they're getting all the water ready for the post-game celebration, so it's cool being a part of that.
So Miles Schroeder hits the walk-off hit, the new rule. Giovanni Alfonso was at second base to start the 10th inning. He would come in to score. Describe the atmosphere in the dugout when Schroeder gets the hit and Alfonso comes down to score.
It was electric. We got a shutout in the 10th inning, so everybody was pumped up. All we needed was 1 run. And then, so we have Giovanni on second base. Leidendorf gets a walk, so we got 2 guys on with Schroeder coming up to the plate. He's hot. Everybody's cheering him on. And I think he got a hit in, the second pitch or something?
Yeah, it was early.
Oh, and drove that ball, and, everybody knew the game was over. Everybody's running the dugout, and it was just so cool being a part of that. Oh, everybody was so happy, the players, the coaching staff. It was a good win for the team.
22 wins on the season with that win last night for the High Point Rockers. And they have won 3 in a row now. They went into, I'm not going to call it a slump, but they lost a few on the road against the Bees and the Blue Crabs. They lost a few. And we're looking to get back on the right track here at home. They did just that. They won the series against a very hot New Britain Bees team. They snapped the winning streak that they had. And all of a sudden, they've won 3 games. Their last time at home, they played the Ducks. They strung together 8-9 games in a row. They won 12 of their last 14. They were red hot. And it seems like the Rockers could be on a stretch similar to that here again. And that 4th game in a row kind of signifies a real roll. And to win 4 in a row, and then they have 2 more against the Revolution this week. To win that 4th one would really get them on a roll. You have an early start tomorrow at 10:30, which kind of changes the series. What do you think, John?
It does. You never know what you're going to expect in a 10:30 morning game. You think you might have it, but you're not going to come out strong. So it's important to win Game 2 of the series. So if you do come out a little slumped tomorrow, you can still have a chance to win the series on Thursday.
Yeah, and I think so far, every series we've done here at home, there's been a camp day or it's been school day. Kids are still in school. It's been a school day built into the series. And that kind of changes the outlook of a whole series, in my opinion, because a 10:30 start means the guy's got to be here as early as 8 o'clock in the morning. So the game ends tonight. It's a fast league. We've covered that. But even if the game ends, let's say the game ends really early. Let's say it's a really quick game. Game still ends at 9 o'clock. You're still not, even if it's really early, you're not earliest. The guy's leaving the park is 10 p.m.
Right.
So you're leaving the park at 10 p.m. You have, whether you win or lose, you have the adrenaline of the game. You're asleep by 11, midnight, whatever it is. You turn right around, you take a nap, and you're back at the ballpark. So that makes it tough. So I think, and I always say it's June, so nothing is must win yet. But when you look at the series, each series as it's on its own, this is a must win game in this series, in my opinion, or a game maybe must is strong. A game you really want to have.
Correct. You get a win here tonight. get to bed early, but you got the 10:30 a.m. game, and also it might be an incentive for the players. Hey, just come out, play strong for 3 hours, how long it's got to be, and then you got the rest of the day off. You can get some rest.
Exactly.
So
that's true. Kind of use it as your off day
Right.
almost, because you get the rest of the evening off and everything. You look at the Revolution, and this is a big game for them as well. You got to feel. You got to feel a little sick last night if you're a Revolution fan or a player on the Revolution, because you played great, you hung in there, you stuck around, and you almost took one from a good Rockers team, went into extras, had a lot of opportunities, and just weren't able to capitalize on a night where Joe Van Meter, the starting pitcher, had 8 strikeouts, the franchise record, played great, and you still have a chance to win the game. You don't win. And I'm sure the Revolution are probably tired of moral victories because they've been so close in so many games this season. But you do leave the ballpark feeling good as a Revolution fan and as a member of the Revolution because you were close.
Right.
And you can build off that. What do you think, John?
Yeah, especially they had not the best start in May with their 12-25 right now. So, I mean, that's just how it's been this season. They're in some games, but they just can't find a way to win them. They just need one more break. And once they start getting that break, they can build some momentum going in the season. And, hey, it's the Atlantic League. It's going to be a long season. There's a lot of baseball left. Anything can happen.
Yeah, their game notes, Daryl with the Revolution does a great job, and their game notes say, "Don't let the door hit you, May." I mean, that's how they feel. That's the headline when he talks about their status, the way they played in May. You know, they just had a rough go of it. And as you just beautifully said, it's the Atlantic League. You play 70 games at home. You play basically nearly 200 games, play nearly 150 games, and guess what? You're going to have a bad couple weeks, you know. Unfortunately, it happened to be 3 or 4 weeks for the Revolution. But as Ash and I talked about yesterday ad nauseum, the New Britain Bees were as good as, if you from the naked eye, they were out. I mean, they were 8-10 games back. It was early in the season, but you can really get buried by that early. You can. Then you turn around, the Bees, with one of the quickest turnarounds I've ever seen when it comes to in the standings. They rattle off 10 wins in a row, and all of a sudden, they're right there. They are right, for the taking. And all of a sudden, this Liberty division is red hot. 4.5 games separate each team. The Bees are in last with 4.5 games back after a loss right now. That gap's going to get a little bit bigger in this series because they're taking on the Ducks right now, who, like I said last night, you can't get much hotter than those guys. I mean, that's the class of the league. Them and the Skeeters, but the Rockers are right behind them. So are the Patriots, and the Bees are right there as well. The York Revolution are in the Freedom Division. I read something last night. They are on a stretch of, I think, over 10 games against Liberty opponents in the next little bit. So York is going to see a lot of the Liberty division, and that's a really good league right now, really good division. So their schedule doesn't get any easier, and if they can string together a couple here in High Point, you got 3 more chances. They would love to do so.
All right. Especially going back to the Liberty division. I mean, the Long Island Ducks, the way they're playing right now, no one's going to catch them. But it's a long season. You just got to stick with them. Even if you're in the New Britain Bees, they're 4.5 games back. You just hang around, stay within 5 games. Anything can happen.
And when you look at the Rockers, those head-to-head games with the Ducks are going to be so important. And over the next 2 weeks, they're going to play the Ducks 6 times. And you're going to play the Ducks on the road after they finish on Thursday against the York Revolution. They head up to Long Island to take on the Ducks the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. Then it's going to be deja vu all over again, a quick turnaround. They're going to see the York Revolution on the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th. So in less than 7 days, they'll be facing the Revolution again, and then they'll be taking on the Ducks at home once again. So not a tough stretch. Don't let this record fool you. The Revolution took the Rockers into extra innings last night. This is a good ball club. Who jumped out at you last night amongst each team? Were there players individually that you saw that you were saying, okay, pretty good performances?
For the Rockers, definitely would have to go with Marenkov. He just got with the team recently, and, I mean, he's hitting the ball really good. Line drives. The ball is just flying off the bat, and he drove a ball deep to center field. I think maybe bounced off the wall.
Yeah, he had that triple last night.
Yeah, had a triple. So, I mean, when you have a guy like that hitting good, clean balls, that's what you need in the team. And then for the Revolution, Isaiah, he's been tearing it up. He's hitting, 367?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's third in the league in batting average. So, I mean, anytime you got a guy just hot at the plate, that can just get the team going. They're having a good time up at the plate, and they can talk to the guy, help them out with adjustments. So you never know what could happen with those guys.
Yeah, great point just now by John here. When you look at the top 10 in batting average in the Atlantic League, you're seeing 3 of the top 10 on the field tonight. Bichette Jr. for the Rockers leads with an average of 408. And then you have Melky Mesa in 8th with a 313, and Isaiah Tejeda with a 319. So we are seeing some really good hitters. And we saw, in stretches, I know it was a low-scoring game relatively, but we saw some big-time hits that resulted in some big-time offense, especially down the stretch. John, as we wind down here for the pregame show, do you have any keys, any keys to the game that jump out to you after taking in the action last night between the Revolution and the Rockers?
I would say for the Rockers, we've won a couple close games, but you're not going to have that luck in every close game, so you got to get out to a hot start, back up your pitcher Heron on the mound, try to get some runs early. If anything, just get base runners, play good baseball out on defense, no errors, get guys on base, and just put ball into play.
And what do the Revolution need to do to get back on track and get a big W here today?
They need to come out hot, too. I mean, last night, that's a tough one. And so they're going to come out with revengeance. Look for some – during BP, they had balls coming off the bat, too. Driving balls out of the ballpark. So I wouldn't be surprising if tonight's a high-scoring game.
According to John Furr, and it's hard not to agree with him, I agree with him, who's going to strike first? Who is going to throw the first punch here tonight? That'll play a big role, especially when you go extra innings. Right. The team that won, the Rockers, obviously feel good. They want to build off that momentum. If you're the Revolution, you had to sit and stew all day on a loss. So that'll play a big role. John, we're getting ready for the national anthem here, so we're going to take a step away, but we appreciate you joining us. Won't be the last time you hear from John, the heart and soul of the intern squad media division, John Furr. He's going to get some heat now that I said that. But
thank you so much for having me.
Hey, we appreciate you coming up here and giving us that insight. And he'll be down in the dugout again, and we'll bring him back. He gives us the pulse of what's going on here for the Rockers. So we'll be right back. We'll take a step away. Ash will join us, and it'll be baseball time here at BB&T Point. It's Rockers Revolution coming up next. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
Hi, this is Emily.
This is Lindsay. And this is Elizabeth.
Co-hosts of Beauties and Headcanons here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Once you are done with this episode, we hope you'll come check out our show, Beauties and Headcanons, where we talk nerdy to you about fandoms, fan fiction, and all pop culture for nerds that you can think of. A new show comes out every Friday.
Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Beauties and Headcanons. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Bryce Burge, host of Your Soccer Passport here on Public House Media. After this episode, come join us on a trip around the soccer world as we discuss club and country every Tuesday. Stamp your soccer passport by subscribing on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your Public House Media podcasts. And thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Dr. Mariah White, host of Your Life Matters, here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Your Life Matters, where we talk about dreaming big and dreaming bold to reach your wildest dreams in both your health and your happiness. A new show comes out every single Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Your Life Matters. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hi, this is Peggy Rojas, host of Viviendo una Vida en Balance here at Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you can come back and check my show, Viviendo una Vida en Balance, where we talk about life hacks to live a life in balance. And this show's in Spanish. A new show comes out every Monday, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes and share with your friends. Again, thank you for checking out the following broadcast in Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. Kevin McMahon, Ash Fields here with you as we get ready for some High Point Rocker baseball. On the mound for the High Point Rockers tonight, it is going to be Mr. Heron on the mound tonight. Tyler Heron, number 30 for the Rockers. Let's let you know the lineup for the Revolution. Number 1, the leadoff man, J.P. Sportman in center field. Batting second, number 33, the catcher, James Skelton. Batting third, number 29, Melky Mesa, the right fielder. Batting fourth, Telvin Nash, the DH. Batting fifth, Isaiah Tejeda, the first baseman. Batting sixth, Henry Castillo, the shortstop. Batting seventh, number 2, Justin Trapp, the left fielder. Batting eighth, number 12, Angelis Nina, the second baseman. Batting ninth, 13, Nate Coronado. So let's get started here. Kevin McMahon, Ash Fields with you here at BB&T Point. We thank you so much for joining us. The first pitch from Tyler Heron here at the point is a ball. Let's rock. Rockers and Revolution in action. The 1-0, this one hit into right field, gets down for a single, and it will be an opening single for J.P. Sportman to get things started. A perfect start for the Revolution here, Ash.
Yeah, good swing, good bit of hitting there by Sportman. Went with that pitch, drove it into right field. And he had 2 hard line drives, both caught by Rockers pitching staff last night, Brian Clark and Sam Runyon. So earns himself a base hit here to lead things off in tonight's ball game. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 33, James Skelton, the lefty.
Skelton, the catcher, had a lot of big plays last night. Showing bunt here. Will move Sportman over. Heron fires it over to Bichette Jr. for out number 1. So Sportman will move over. Skelton laying down the bunt. It works. The sacrifice moves over Sportman. Skelton jogs back to the dugout. This will bring up number 29, Melky Mesa, the right fielder.
And your umpires for tonight, William Owens behind the dish, Josh Tosis at first base, Terrence Jones at third base.
The pitch from Heron, that one outside for a ball. In the field for your Rockers behind the plate, it's Brett Austin, Bichette Jr. at first, Ladendorf at second. At shortstop, it's the hero from last night, Miles Schroeder. At third base, Hector Gomez. The 1-0. This one hit into center field. Marenkov makes the catch. Moving over is Sportman. The throw will not be in time. 2 outs, but Sportman on third here for the Revolution. John Furr in the pregame show talked about the importance of striking first, and the Revolution might be able to do that here tonight already as they have a man on third. Big RBI opportunity here for Telvin Nash, the DH.
Yeah, Telvin Nash, one of the best hitters in the Atlantic League. Looking to cash in here early for the Revolution.
The pitch from Heron. That one in there for a strike. Schaefer in left field for the Rockers. And in right field, Cardulo. The 0-1. This one hit to Gomez at third. Gomez fires it over to Bichette Jr., and Heron and the Rockers get out of the inning. One hit, no errors, no runs, a man left on for the Revolution. The Rockers head to the bottom of the first. Ladendorf, Schroeder, Bichette Jr. are due up for your Rockers. We'll be right back. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
This is Bryce Burge, host of Your Soccer Passport here on Public House Media. After this episode, come join us on a trip around the soccer world as we discuss club and country every Tuesday. Stamp your soccer passport by subscribing on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your Public House Media podcasts. And thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Dr. Mariah White, host of Your Life Matters, here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Your Life Matters, where we talk about dreaming big and dreaming bold to reach your wildest dreams in both your health and your happiness. A new show comes out every single Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Your Life Matters. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&C Point. Kevin McMahon, Ash Fields here with you. The Rockers and Tyler Heron put up a goose egg for the Revolution in the top of the first. One hit in the inning, but the Rockers got out of danger. Tyler Ladendorf makes his way to the plate. The pitcher for the Revolution, it's Mitch Adkins. He's 1-3 on the year. He's a right-hander and has a 4.08 ERA. Ladendorf looking to get something started here for the Rockers, the former Oakland Athletic. The first pitch to him is in there for a strike. 0-1.
So Ladendorf looking to get started for the Rockers here.
The 0-1. Ladendorf hits this one. It stays foul. Atkins makes a play on it and takes it to first for out number one. Picked it up with his glove, hustled over to first base, and made the out. So that brings up Miles Schroeder. He was the hero last night in the bottom of the 10th inning. A walk-off hit to score Giovanni Alfonso. And they are... I thought they were walking him there, but if you want to walk somebody, you just show the 4. So that was some guys getting some chalk back there. Tejeda at first base, chalking up, throws the ball back there. He was off the mound. I just saw a ball come into the plate. I thought a walk was coming in.
Yeah, there were a couple of balls moving around there.
My instincts were going off there. The first pitch to Schroeder, that one in there for a ball. Let's tell you who's in the field for the Revolution. Tejeda at first, Nina at second, Castillo at short, Coronado at third base. The 0-1, that one down for a ball in the outfield. Trap, Sportman, Mesa. That was left to right.
And Schroeder playing shortstop tonight, so he's been all over the place the past few weeks. Catching, playing center field, first base, and now shortstop.
The definition of utility.
So he's doing everything for this Rockers. Switch hitter as well. So a valuable member of the Rockers team this season is Keefe, and the rest of the boys are happy to have him.
He foul-tipped that one away. It's a 1-2 count here for Miles Schroeder. Here's the 1-2. He hits this one high up into the air. One out in the inning, make it 2 outs now as he popped out to third base. This brings up the fan favorite, some of the best hair in the business, Dante Bichette Jr., the first baseman, the charismatic rocker.
Bit of history for those listening at home. On this date in 2017, Mark Mason, the manager for the Revolution, picked up his 300th regular season win, beating the Lancaster Barnstormers 5-0. It's a bit of history there for you.
The first pitch to Bichette Jr., that one out of the zone, 0-1. Nina and Castillo have their heels in the outfield grass for Bichette Jr. The second pitch misses for a ball as well, 2-0, and that's the kind of respect you earn when you have the best average in the Atlantic League.
Currently hitting .411, Dante Bichette Jr.
And they are being very careful with him here, Ash. 3 straight balls.
Yeah, Atkins nowhere near Bichette Jr. here, so expect to walk here.
Bichette will be taking the 3-0. That one out near him. 4 straight balls. And Bichette Jr. will get a 4-ball, 2-out walk. How valuable, Ash, is that to walk with 2 outs and be a hard out? How tough is that?
Yeah, so the Revolution showing a lot of respect to Dante. Want someone else on the Rockers and the Rockers lineup to beat them tonight. So a chance for Rosa here to do some damage with his bat.
Vio Sergi Rosa up there now, the cleanup man from the Bronx, the DH. Ball 1, the 5th straight ball here from Atkins. So he started off with 2 quick outs, walks Dante. Now finds himself in a 1-0 count. Make it 2-0 as that one misses as well. 6 straight balls here from Atkins. If you're Rosa, lay off now, or it might be time for the green light because he's going to be looking just to get one in there.
Yeah, Atkins might slot one here. Rosa could get those long arms extended, drive one to the outfield. Breaking ball in the outside corner misses, runs the count to 3-0, so 7 straight balls from Atkins.
And that was a good-looking pitch that he went with there. Just a shame that one missed if you're Atkins, because that was a good-looking pitch. The other ones have looked kind of, wacky, have been outside of the zone and been balls. That was a good-looking pitch right there.
Here's the 3-0 now. Has a look at Dante over at first base. And Rosa reached safely, hit by a pitch last night and walked in last night's affair.
So here comes the 3-0. That one in there for a strike, 3-1. So after throwing a bunch of balls in a row, he resets here with a strike. The 3-1. Rosa foul tips this one, and Atkins has worked his way back into a 3-2. You talk about momentum. After throwing 7 straight balls to come back and get a strikeout. I think we'll see some emotion from Atkins if he can do that. That'll really get him and his Revolution on a great roll back for some offense. Here's a 3-2. Dante Bichette Jr. in motion. Rosa hits this one into left field very far for a loud out number 3 as Trapp moves back and makes the catch. Rosa almost made Atkins pay, but Mitch Atkins, give him credit. After throwing 7 straight balls, throws a good pitch, gets Rosa out, and the Revolution get out of the inning. 0-0 is the score. No hits, no runs, no errors. A man left on in Dante Bichette Jr. We head now to the top of the second inning, due up for the Revs. Tejeda, Castillo, and Trapp. We'll be right back. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
This is Julianne Condia, host of Rewritten here on Public House Media. Thank you so much for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Rewritten, where we will talk about you having limitless potential and can rewrite your story at any time. No matter your background, your past, or current situation, you can have the type of life you crave. A new show comes out every single Monday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Rewritten. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What's up, everybody? This is Christian Heimel, host of Press Row here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Press Row, where we talk about the biggest issues in sports with the analysts, experts, and reporters who cover them. No nonsense, hard-hitting interviews on the sports topics you're talking about. A new show comes out every single Thursday. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Press Row. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. Isaiah Tejeda stepping into the box here for the Revolution. The pitch from Heron in there for strike one. Kevin McMahon and Ash Fields saying hello from BB&T Point. Top of the second inning here for the Rockers. It is scoreless, one hit in the game that came off the bat of J.P. Sportman for the Revolution. After that, the Revolution went down in order. Tejeda, the fifth hitter for the Revolution. That one in there for a strike as well. 0-2, no outs in the inning. Heron on the mound for the Rockers.
Tejeda shaking his head, taking a long time to get back in the box after that second pitch. Not happy with it. Here's the 0-2.
That one hit into left field. Schaefer is there for out number one. Tejeda didn't let go of the bat. He felt good about that one, talking to himself as he heads back to the dugout. Henry Castillo, the shortstop, number 6. Making his way to the plate now for the Revs.
Castillo hitting .299, 6 homers, 21 ribbies on the season.
The first pitch to him, he hits this one hard and nobody around into center field. He runs over to second base. He can squeeze 3 out of it. He puts the brakes on, and Castillo will stay put at second with a hard hit double.
Yeah, good decision by Castillo to pull up there. The Rockers did a nice job. Cardillo did a nice job getting that ball back in. Castillo likely would have been hosed out at third base, so wisely pulled up. But a one-out double nonetheless. So the Revolution, man in scoring position early in the ballgame, and a chance for Justin Trapp, the left fielder, to collect an RBI.
Justin Trapp with an opportunity here to hit an RBI as a man on second in Castillo. The first pitch to Trapp. This one hit into right field foul for the 0-1.
Justin Trapp has hit safely in 8 of his last 9 games. 310 on the season, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. 34th round pick for Kansas City back in 2009.
The 0-1, this one hit hard down the line as well for a strike. So it's 0-2, 1 out in the inning, a runner on in Castillo. Who is going to strike first in this one? John Furr, who joined us for the pregame show, mentioned that point as a key to the game. Both teams trying to throw that first punch after a late night at the ballpark. A game winner in the middle of the 10th, in the bottom of the 10th inning for the Rockers in walk-off fashion. The second time the Rockers have walked off in franchise history. 0-2 count now as that one was tipped away by Justin Trapp.
Here's the pitch from Heron.
The 0-2. This one hit hard to Hector Gomez. The throw over to Bichette Jr. for out number 2. Gomez had to grab that one precisely as Castillo came running by and nearly ran into it.
Yeah, good play by Hector there. Range quite far to his left to get that ball. Castillo able to get to the get past Hector before he got to that ball. So good base running there. That's what you're taught as you're coming through the system. And a chance for Nina, Angeles Nina, the second baseman, number 12, to get a 2-out RBI here.
Angeles Nina batting for the Revolution. The first pitch to him is in there for a strike. 0-1. Nina spent a little time this season with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Now on the Revolution. The 0-1, that one down in the dirt. Great block by Brett Austin to keep Castillo out there on third base. No runs in the inning. The Revolution have had a man on third in both innings so far. Trying to change that and get a man on.
So some numbers on Nina, 276, no home runs, no RBIs. 1 for 4 last night.
The 1-1 to Nina. He hits this one up in the air. It's foul in right field. Cardullo making the run for it, sliding. Unable to make the catch on that.
Yeah, Cardullo ran a long way to even make that close. Sliding near the Rockers bullpen. A tremendous effort, but unable to come up with the catch. So Nina's still up. Nina's still there. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Castillo at third. And this is a pretty big game for both teams with an early game tomorrow. So the Rockers want to jump on top early to a 2-0 series lead, and the Revolution looking to get back into it.
And that really changes a series in my mind, Ash, because you had that school day, and it's a quick turnaround. Earliest you're leaving the ballpark tonight, if everything goes great, and it's a quick game. Earliest these guys are leaving probably 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10, and have to be back down here for, you'd think, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah. That one missing for a ball, 2-2. Great point. I mean, you get back to the ballpark at 8 a.m., not a long time to think about it, quick turnaround, and that really, in my mind, that 4-game series, that really shrinks the series when you have an early start like that. The 2-2, that one missing, 3-2 count now.
Good work by Austin there to keep that one in front. And after the extra inning game last night, so really these guys are going to be tested. Both teams will be tested throughout this series.
Just one of the mini tests in this 140, 150 game schedule. The 3-2, this one hit over to Schroeder. Our first look at him at shortstop. He handles it well. The throw over to Bichette Jr. for out number 3. Heron and the Rockers get out of the jam once again. We head to the bottom of the second inning. The Revolution put up one hit in the inning. One man left on, stranded at third for the second inning in a row. No errors, no runs for the Revolution. We head to the bottom of the second. Due up is Marinkov, Cardullo, and Hector Gomez. We'll be right back. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
This is Rachel Mullins, host of #NoFilterFriday here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my new show, #NoFilterFriday, where we talk about all of the sexual misconduct allegations swirling around Hollywood. A new show drops every Friday at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of #NoFilterFriday. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Liz Colburn, host of The Morning Uplift here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come back and check out my show, The Morning Uplift, where we talk about finding your beauty in the journey. A new show comes out twice a month on the first and third Mondays. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of The Morning Uplift. Thank you again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey guys,
This is Keith.
and Katie from Coffee with Keith and Katie on Public House Media.
Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
When you're done listening to this show, I hope you'll come check out our show, Coffee with Keith and Katie.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. Kevin McMahon and Ash Fields here. Marinkov makes his way to the plate. The first pitch he'll see in the bottom of the second inning, in there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count for him. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 0-0 is the score. Atkins delivers the 0-1. That one missing for a ball. 1-1 count. Kevin McMahon, Ash Fields are both here with you here. Point. The 1-1 from Atkins. That one in there for a strike. 1-2.
Marenko, the big triple last night in his first at bat, came around to score a run later in the inning. Looking for more here.
The 1-2, that one tipped away.
A few notes about the starter for the Revolution, Mitch Atkins. From Brown Summits, North Carolina, not too far from High Point. In his last 4 starts, 2.92 ERA. Pitched 6 or more innings in each of those starts.
The 1-2, that one came in. Didn't hit him, so a 2-2 count.
164 strikeouts in his Revolution's career.
The 2-2, that one missing as well, a 3-2 count. A great-looking crowd here on this Tuesday evening. A Taco Tuesday here at the ballpark. School day tomorrow. $1 beers and flights on Thursday. The 3-2. This one fouled away as Marenko is staying alive. He had a triple to get the game started, or his game started, yesterday, early in the ball game, and helped the Rockers get on the board first. The Rockers yet to get on the board, run and hit wise. Marenko staying alive. He foul tips that one away. 3-2.
Yeah, good battle here between Atkins and Marenko. $13 wins from Atkins in his Revs career.
The 3-2 hit up in the air by Marenko. Gonna be trouble in left field. Trap is there for out number 1. Catching it on the run. A long at bat for Marenko. But Atkins gets the better of the ordeal that time. Cardullo stepping up to the plate now for the High Point Rockers. Cardullo wearing 65. That one missing for ball number 1. Cardullo with the highest number on his jersey in the Rockers roster. The 1-0. That one down low for a ball. 2-0.
Yeah, he might have had an off day when they were giving out the numbers. He just got the last jersey available.
That's a football number.
It's a football number for sure. But he'll take it.
The 2-0. That one fouled away. 2-1. Another fun fact for you. The Revolution, the only team in the Atlantic League without an S on their name for their mascot.
Oh, I did not know that. So you come to the ballpark and you learn things, ladies and gentlemen. You learn things at the ballpark.
That's a fun party trick you can pull out for your friends to impress them. That one in there for a strike, 2-2. Say, hey, next time, this is a really cool thing to say at a party. Hey, do you know which Atlanta League team doesn't end with an S? And see how many people do it. Do it with NBA teams, too. You'll be the life of the party. The 2-2, a big swing from Cardullo. He tips that one into the glove of Skelton. 4 strike 3. Atkins gets a big strike out there. His first of the game. So he is having a lot of success here, Ash, as Hector Gomez steps into the box here for the Revolution, or for the Rockers.
Yeah, Atkins looking strong early. No hits allowed thus far. Pitched around Bichette Jr. in the first. So Hector Gomez looking to get things started for the Rockers here with 2 outs. That one inside, but a called strike for an 0-1 count to Gomez. Gomez 265 on the season, a pair of home runs, 25 RBIs.
The 0-1, that one missing. 1-1, 2 outs in the inning here for the Rockers. Atkins with 1 strikeout to his name, the first strikeout in the game for either pitcher. The 1-1 to Gomez. He hits this one hard but foul.
It's a nice souvenir for a young fan in the front row down the left field line, so he's happy. 1-2 to Gomez, 2 outs.
The 1-2, Gomez hits this one hard down the right field line, but foul.
We were saying it in last night's broadcast. Hector Gomez hitting in the 7-hole, and we like him there.
Yeah, we do. I think, like you said, it adds depth. Gomez steps out of that one, a ball, 2-2. It makes this Rockers lineup, Ash, even scarier when you put one of your best weapons down low. It kind of lengthens your lineup. The 2-2, Gomez reaches to stay alive.
Yeah, nice job by Gomez there. Just poked that one foul to spoil the delivery from Atkins.
And it says a lot about this team and the way it's coached when we get to interview guys. And each one, unsolicited by me or by you or by James when we ask a question, as Gomez fouls this one away as well. 2-2, staying alive is Hector. Every guy mentions Jamie Keefe and credits him for the job he does in the clubhouse and how he keeps a great atmosphere and a great culture. And that says a lot when your guys bring that up and say, it's a fun place to be. The 2-2 hit hard by Gomez into left field. It gets down, will bounce up into the crowd. It came back in, so I thought it was going to be a ground rule double. It'll be a straight-up double here for Hector Gomez. He signals to the dugout. They signal back. He's fired up. A 2-out double for Hector Gomez.
A nice bit of hitting by Gomez, that pitch on the outside, on the outer half. He just reaches out and sort of flicks it into left field, off the base of the wall there. Stands up into second base. Standing up, sorry. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 8, Richie Schaefer. Schaefer hit a solo bomb last night. Been swinging a very hot bat as of late.
2 outs. Gomez at second. Atkins was on a roll. Hadn't allowed a hit up to that point. The pitch, Schaefer fouls that one away.
Yeah, he was on that pitch. Stayed back on the breaking ball. Fouled it back. And it seems to be when Gomez gets on, Schaefer seems to heat up. And over the past 3 or 4 games, Schaefer's knocked in Gomez forward.
The 0-2 from Atkins. That one came in close to Schaefer. He leans out of the way. That one in for a ball, a 1-2 count.
Which really goes back to our point of a lot of depth at the bottom of the lineup, and it sort of kicks it back over for the guys at the top. So the Rockers are solid up and down the lineup. A bit of delay in the action here. Atkins back on the mound, Schaefer back in the box.
Someone who we haven't seen too much of at home, someone we like to watch play, Brett Austin on deck, back in the lineup tonight. Always good to see. This team is so deep, Ash, that, good players get nights off because everybody's playing well. It's hard to, what a great problem to have as a manager. It's hard to pick. There's so many great weapons on this team. The 1-2, that one just a bit high. Atkins wanted those 2-2.
Yeah, and going back to your point, Kev, it wouldn't surprise me if Miles Schroeder was on the mound tomorrow. Keith said, Schroeder, can you give me 5 quality innings?
He probably could. The 2-2, Schaefer fouls that one away, and, Schroeder probably could because he gives you quality everywhere else you put him. So why wouldn't he be able to go up there and do that for you? That's the argument I make.
Yeah, he's looking good at shortstop early in the ball game.
They used to say the same thing about Nick Swisher for the Yankees back in 09 and 10. They put him everywhere, and fans were joking, can you put Swisher up on the mound? Save the bullpen.
Save the bullpen. Give those guys a rest.
The 2-2, a big swing from Schaefer. Missing there, and Atkins gets his second strikeout of the inning. A swinging strikeout from Schaefer. 2 strikeouts in the game for Atkins. So 1 man left on, 1 hit off the bat of Hector Gomez. A nice double. Didn't result in any runs here for the Rockers. Still scoreless as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Heron runs back out to the mound for the Rockers. Coronado, Sportman, and Skelton all due up here for the Revolution. We'll be right back. You are listening to High Point Rockers Baseball. We'll be right back.
Justin and Chris, are you ready?
Dangerous here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come back to check out my show, Crowned and Dangerous, where Jessica and I talk about our time in the pageant world. A new show comes out bi-weekly on Thursdays. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Crowned and Dangerous. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Daniel Poppy, host of How to Write Good here on Public House Media. I just want to thank you for listening to the following broadcast brought to you by Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope that you'll come check out my show, How to Write Good, the writing show that is not about writing. A new show of How to Write Good comes out every Wednesday, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of How to Write Good. Again, thanks for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. Kevin McMahon, Ash Fields. That's who we are. Top of the 3rd inning here at BB&T Point. Rockers Revolution. Scoreless in this one. Nate Coronado makes his way to the plate here for the Revolution. The first pitch he sees, he hits down the line. Foul. 0-1 count for him. Tyler Heron back on the mound. Still looking for his first strikeout of the game. I bring it up because Joe Van Meter was the pitcher yesterday and put together 8 strikeouts, the franchise record. The 0-1, that one in there for a strike. Heron was the man who owned the record before Van Meter with 7.
Yeah, Van Meter was very quality start last night. That was 8 strikeouts in 5 innings, so very efficient. Dominated the Revs early.
The 0-2, this one hit into center field. A great piece of hitting there by Coronado. Reached right across the plate and put it in center field. Coronado reaches first. That sets up J.P. Sportman.
The Revolution, center fielder number 1, J.P. Sportman.
J.P. Sportman, 225 on the season, no home runs, 6 RBIs. Spent 5 years in the Oakland organization. He was in AAA Nashville last season.
The sound. The first pitch to Sportman, he was showing bunt there, 0-1. Revolution, Ash, have shown early they're not against playing some small ball tonight to try to get a run across.
No, they're definitely trying to manufacture a run.
The 0-1 from Heron, a big swing from J.P. Sportman. Put this one up in the air to right field. It drops down into the crowd for a ground rule double. Sportman will get a double, and that will move Coronado over to third. 2 hits in a row for the Revolution. No outs, and the York Revolution are looking good here and ready to strike. They are ready to put one across the plate and score.
Yeah, they're trying to get to Heron early, swinging early in the count. And Sportman could put a good swing on that one. Drive that ball into the right center field gap, skips over the wall for an automatic double. So a chance for James Skelton here to cash in with 2 runners in scoring position.
For the 3rd straight inning, the Revolution put a man on third base. Will this time be the charm? Can they push a man in for a run? The first pitch from Heron to Skelton in there for a strike. An 0-1 count. No outs here in the inning for the Rockers. Heron has been tested throughout the evening. Skelton hits one deep into center field. That'll score one. It's out number one, and that will bring home Coronado. It'll move over Sportman. So Skelton flies out to center field, but it's a sacrifice RBI for Skelton. His second sacrifice of the day. This one results in an RBI. So that will score Coronado. It moves Sportman over to third. Skelton did exactly what you want if you're the York Revolution. Put it in play, put it deep, Ash, and scored a run.
Yeah, drive that one deep to center field.
Melky Mesa striking quickly as well. Hits this one into left field. Sportman will come down to score, and that puts Mesa on second with a double. So the Revolution wasting no time.
Yeah, they're swinging hard and swinging early. And thus far, in the top of the third inning, getting the better of Tyler Heron. So 3 straight hits, 1 out. That'll bring up number 23, the DH, Telvin Nash.
Nash takes a big swing here. And if you're the Rockers on defense, I thought that was going to be in play. It was not.
So Heron just trying to steady the ship here. 2 runs across, so 5 hits for the Revolution. 3 in this inning thus far.
I was just about to say 2 hits prior, and then all of a sudden, the Revolution have exploded for 3 hits, 2 runs, 5 hits in the inning here. Or 5 hits in the game, 3 hits in the inning. That pitch to Telvin Nash, missing for a ball. It's a 1-1 count, 1 out here in the inning. We talked about striking first in the pregame. That's what York has done. A 2-0 lead. That's as many as they were able to score last night. And they already have it here in the third. A big swing from Nash makes it 1-2.
Nash unable to catch up to that high fastball. Nash, a big home run hitter himself, 63 home runs with the York Revolution, 3 shy of the club record. That set by Andres Perez with 66. So Heron will love a big out here.
The 1-2 from Heron, a big swing from Nash, and that'll send Nash back to the dugout. A strikeout for Tyler Heron, his first of the day. A strikeout of the swinging variety. This brings up Isaiah Tejeda. We are here in the top of the third inning. 2 outs in the inning. 2 runs have scored for the Revolution. Heron, the first pitch to Tejeda. This one missing for a ball. It's a 1-0 count. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Runner on second in Mesa.
So Tejeda, a big hitter, a pair of doubles last night, hitting .324 on the season, 10 RBIs.
The 1-0, that one missing as well. A big inning here for the Revolution. Tejeda is the 6th hitter of the inning.
Tejeda hitting .367 over his last 31 games. Swinging the hot bat for the Revs. Heron comes set.
The 2-0. Tejeda hits this one up but far out of play, back into the crowd.
So Tejeda getting a bit of pine tar for the bat. Redoes the gloves. Steps back in the box. Heron would love a ground ball here, get out of the inning. It's been a long one thus far. 3 straight hits for the Revs, 2 runs across.
The 0-2, that one missing. Or excuse me, the one. So we got 3. I was all confused here. You had a 3-1 count here.
Here's the pitch from Heron.
Big swing. That makes it 3-2.
Yeah, big pitch there by Heron. Tejeda unable to catch up to that fastball. So his sped up is about here, so might go breaking ball away here for this 3-2 pitch.
The 3-2. Big swing. This one hit into right field. Cardulo is able to retire Tejeda. But not before the Revolution have a big inning here. 3 hits in the inning. 2 runs. No errors. The Revolution lead 2-0. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning as the Rockers will get their first chance to break into this lead. Austin, Ladendorf, and Schroeder all due up. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
This is Jenna Burt, host of the Confessions of a Military Spouse podcast here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Confessions of a Military Spouse, where we dig deep and talk about the unspoken hard truths of what it's really like to be a military spouse. A new show comes out bi-weekly. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Confessions of a Military Spouse. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is John Lauder, host of The Cheap Seats here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, The Cheap Seats, where we talk about sports from the fans' perspective. A new show comes out every Monday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of The Cheap Seats. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. Kevin McMahon, Ash Fields here with you. Brett Austin makes his way to the plate for the High Point Rockers. We are here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-0 is the score. The Revolution lead.
It's good to see Brett Austin getting the start behind the dish tonight. As we've said, Miles Strider playing shortstop for the Rockers.
Here's the pitch to Austin. He hits this one into the net, foul. 0-1 count for him.
Austin, 338 on the year, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. A switch hitter batting from the left side against Atkins.
That one outside for Austin, 1-1.
So Atkins doing a pretty good job mixing in the fastballs with the off-spade stuff, using the corners.
Austin hits this one right to Nina, who fires it over to Tejeda for out number 1. Good job there by Atkins. Gets Austin to put one in play. And his guys, Nina and Tejeda, right there, take care of it all. This brings up Tyler Ladendorf, the High Point Rockers, second baseman. The pitch to Ladendorf, this one below the knees for a ball, 1-0.
Ladendorf, 288 on the season, 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. Solid leadoff hitter for the Rockers. Hits the ball hard, draws a lot of walks. Really makes the opposing pitcher work.
The 1-0 to Ladendorf, a big swing, makes it 1-1 count.
And we've seen Ladendorf over the past 4 or 5 games take a lot of big swings, and it looks like he's just might be pressing just a little bit, just trying to get that hit.
The 1-1, a big swing, 1-2. Ash, I think you just nailed it. I think that's exactly what's going on down there.
Everything looks pretty solid with his hitting mechanics. He's just sometimes just a bit out front of the all-space stuff and ripping the fastballs foul.
And there is the 1-2. That's a punch out, another strikeout for Atkins.
Looks like just jumping out a few pitches and just a bit anxious at the plate, but he'll sort it out as the game goes on.
Going down, looking. There is Ladendorf and Atkins.
Looking sharp early.
Yeah, with his third of the game. This one hit. Nina trying to make a play on it. Schroeder is retired for out number 3. Atkins not fooling around here in the bottom of the third inning. A quick 1, 2, 3 inning for Atkins. He is playing no games out there on the mound. All business, just like the front of an airplane. Heron comes out here on the mound again for the High Point Rockers. Little rest for him. We get ready for the top of the 4th inning. This is High Point Rocker Baseball, the Revolution, with a 2-0 lead.
This is Kim Meyer, the host of Choose to Rise here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Choose to Rise, where we talk about living with positive mindsets, how to increase our confidence, building our faith, and living out our life on purpose. A new show comes out via podcast every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if you want to catch the episode live instead, stop by Public House Media around 6:45 Central Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday as well. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Choose to Rise. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hi, this is Emily.
This is Lindsay.
And this is Elizabeth,
co-hosts of Beauties and Headcanons here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Once you are done with this episode, we hope you'll come check out our show, Beauties and Headcanons, where we talk nerdy to you about fandoms, fan fiction, and all pop culture for nerds that you can think of. A new show comes out every Friday.
Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Beauties and Headcanons. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. Kevin McMahon, Ashfield, 2-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning for the Revolution. Henry Castillo steps into the plate, looks at the first one for a ball. Castillo had a double his last time out, made it to third base, but was unable to score. But in the next inning, the Revolution would take care of that problem. It's a 2-0 count here for Castillo after that pitch missing. The Revolution have had a man reach third base in every inning. Will they keep that stretch alive? We'll have to wait and see. The 2-0, that one in there for strike one, 2-1 count.
So a bit of history on Castillo. Started the first triple play in Revs history on grounder to third. Big swing there for Castillo. Comes up empty, runs the count to 2-2. So you come out to the ballpark, you listen on the radio, you learn stuff. You learn things.
And what did we just learn?
That Castillo started the first triple play in Revs history last season.
That's what I'm talking about. Sorry, I missed that there. The 2-2, this one hit to Bichette Jr. Bichette handles this one himself. You give so much knowledge, Ash. I just had to double check to make sure what you were saying. Reporting it to me as well. I appreciate it.
Give them
left fielder,
for their buck.
Number 2, Justin Trapp.
Pitch from Heron there to retire the dangerous Castillo.
Justin Trapp makes his way to the plate, the left fielder for the Revolution. The pitch here from Heron. He fouls this one back. Foul, 0-1, 1 out in the inning. The top of the 4th, 2-0 is the score. The Revolution lead. They dropped a contest last night to the Rockers, looking to even it up here in the series. That was a tough one as that one misses for a ball, a 1-1 count. A tough one last night for the Revolution. A joyous occasion for the Rockers. They won in the bottom of the 10th inning, walk-off fashion, with a little help from that new Atlantic League rule, the 1-1. That one missing as well. 2-1. The new rule I'm referencing in extra innings. Pace of play rule puts a guy on second base for each team to start the inning. The 2-1. That one fouled away. A little spoiler alert. We're going to have Giovanni Alfonso as the guest of the Off the Rockers podcast. We were chatting with him before the game around who was the man who scored the run last night. And we asked him about the rule, and he says, at home, it helps you. On the road, it's a scary thing. The 2-2. That one fouled away.
So it's good to get insight from players.
Yeah, because
the on-field perspective.
Yeah, not to spoil. We still obviously will be episode 5. He gives you a lot of great stuff, but one thing he did mention, he said, when you're on the road and you have that extra inning rule, here comes the 2-2 from Heron. This one hit to Schroeder, who makes the play over to Bichette Jr. for out number here. Or out number 2, in the 4. So 2 outs. And just to up what Gio was saying, he was saying, when you're on the road for it and you're the away team, you got to worry about putting more than one run up, 1 or 2. He said, because, they're going to basically get a free run. They're going to get a guy on second base, so it's going to be easy for them to get that first run. You got to worry about putting up 2. The hit over here to Ladendorf. He fields it. Nina is retired as he was first pitch swinging. Heron, a great bounce back inning as he gets the Revolution to go down 1, 2, 3 in the inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Revolution lead 2-0. Let's see what the Rockers can do when they get a chance to hit. We'll be right back. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
This is Dr. Mariah White, host of Your Life Matters, here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Your Life Matters, where we talk about dreaming big and dreaming bold to reach your wildest dreams in both your health and your happiness. A new show comes out every single Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Your Life Matters. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hi, this is Peggy Rojas, host of Viviendo una Vida en Balance here at Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you can come back and check my show, Viviendo una Vida en Balance, where we talk about life hacks to live a life in balance. And the show's in Spanish. A new show comes out every Monday, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes and share with your friends. Again, thank you for checking out the following broadcast in Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. Dante Bichette Jr. makes his way to the plate here for the Rockers to start this bottom of the 4th inning. Kevin McMahon, and I'm joined by Ash Fields. 2-0 is the score here for the Revolution. Rockers had 2 runs scored on him by the Revolution in the top of the 3rd. Dante Bichette Jr. gets his regular hero's welcome. The man with the best batting average in the Atlantic League. He looks at the first pitch for strike 1.
Here's the pitch from Atkins.
The 0-1, Bichette Jr. hits this one hard into center field. He is retired by Sportman. A hard hit by Bichette Jr., but right to J.P. Sportman, who was there to record the out. That's exactly what you want if you're Atkins. You may not want to give one up that loud there to Bichette Jr., a powerful hitter who almost made the Revolution pay, but you'll take that quick out. This brings up Vio Sergi Rosa.
Yeah, Bichette Jr. put a charge into that one. Hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark with Sportman able to haul it in. And Atkins will take that first out. It looked like this in Dante's first at bat. Atkins Did the old unintentional, intentional walk. Just pitched around Dante. 4 straight balls. With none of those pitches being anywhere near the zone.
The first 2 pitches to Rosa in his at-bat, missed for balls. A 2-0 count for Vio Sergi Rosa, the Bronx native. Played for 2 clubs already this season in Mexico, the 2-0. That one in there for a strike. I promise I'll stop plugging this conversation, but if you haven't, you really should go over and listen to the interview we did with them on Off the Rockers this week. A great guy, great outlook on life. The 2-1, that one missing, 4-3. Extremely intelligent, so I'll stop talking about it, but go listen to it. He is a joy to listen to.
Yeah, definitely worth a listen.
The 3-1, Rosa fouls this one off. And you can find it. I always say go listen. I never tell anybody where to go find it. So you can go find it on Spreaker.com. If you search Off the Rockers, that'll be the best way to do it.
There's the 3-2 from Atkins.
Rosa hits this one down. Nina makes a great diving play. That should have been a single. Nina just stole it. Great defense by Angelis Nina.
Yeah, Nina laying out for that. Shading Rosa to pull. The left-handed Rosa catches that one deep in the hole near first base. Fires over to first base to make the play.
Great play by Angelis Nina.
To head over at first base.
Great play. Here's Marinkov. The first pitch to him misses for a ball. A 1-0 count. The 1-0. That one in there for a strike, a 1-1 count.
And we were talking a few innings ago about Hector Gomez hitting in the 7-hole. How about Steven Cardillo hitting in the 6-hole? I mean, for other teams, he'd probably be your 3, 4, 5 guy. And he's hitting 6 for the Rockers, so what a luxury for Jamie Keefe.
Marinkov didn't go, says Josh Tosas, down the line there as the first base umpire. To 2-1 count, 2 outs. Tyler Marinkov at the plate, as Ash just brought up. Cardullo on deck. Here comes the 2-1 from Atkins. That one missing, a 3-1 count now.
So Marinkov looking to get it started for the Rockers here in the 4th. Via the base hitter, coaxing a walk.
The 3-1, Marinkov, that one missing. So Tyler draws the walk and makes it over to first base.
And that'll bring up the aforementioned Steven Cardillo, number 65, your right fielder.
272, 20 RBIs. This guy is the definition of consistent. The throw over to first base. Marinkov sliding back in. 2 outs here in the inning for Atkins and the Revolution. Atkins, a great night so far. Only giving up 1 hit. He goes back over to first base. Nothing going on. But something going on in the mind of Atkins. He goes back over there just to check on Marinkov. Wants to keep him there. Marinkov is speedy, so probably a good choice. Did it 2 times in a row. Will he address Cardullo this time? Yes, he does. This time a ball, 1-0.
And watching Cardullo play, you just can't say enough about this guy. He just plays hard, plays the game the right way, always hustling. Sacrificing the body for the team. Atkins steps off, wants a new sign.
Yeah, he gave that reshuffle signal down there to Skelton. The 1-0. Cardullo hits this one into center field. A hard hit, but right to J.P. Sportman. The Rockers have had a couple hard hits go Sportman's way. But he makes the play on it. And the Rockers get out of danger once again. The Revolution, I should say, get out of danger. 2-0, the Revolution lead. The Rockers, no hits in the inning. They do leave a man on. And the Revolution will take their 2-0 lead in the 5th inning. Heron still on the mound for your Rockers. We'll be right back. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
What's up, everybody? This is Christian Heimel, host of Press Row here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Press Row, where we talk about the biggest issues in sports with the analysts, experts, and reporters who cover them. No nonsense, hard-hitting interviews on the sports topics you're talking about. A new show comes out every single Thursday. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Press Row. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Rachel Mullins, host of #NoFilterFriday here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my new show, #NoFilterFriday, where we talk about all of the sexual misconduct allegations swirling around Hollywood. A new show drops every Friday at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of #NoFilterFriday. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&C Point. Kevin McMahon, Ash Fields. We're here at the ballpark. 2-0 is the score. Top of the 5th is what is going on. It is Nate Coronado at the plate. He looks the first pitch for a ball, a 1-0 count for Coronado. Heron resets the 1-0. A big swing, 1-1 count for Coronado.
So we're time, and if you're thinking about getting down to the ballpark this week, you've got 2 more chances. 10:30 tomorrow for school day and 6:30 on Thursday evening.
Coronado hits this one into left field. Takes the 1-1 pitch into left field, there for a single. To start the top of the 5th inning. Ash brings up a great point. That's why we keep him around. 2 more chances to see your Rockers. Play hooky from work tomorrow. Play hooky from school. It's the last couple days of school anyway for the kids. So not too much important stuff's going on. It might be important. I'm not encouraging you to skip school. But if the opportunity arises, maybe you're taking a field trip out anyway for school day, come on down to the ballpark.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for us, fun for some families that are down, fun for the kids. So if you can, come and join us. It'll be a great morning and afternoon of baseball.
That pitch in there for a strike to Sportman. The 0-1 comes in quickly after, missing for a ball. A 1-1 count. No outs in the inning here in the top of the 5th. 2-0, the Revolution lead. Nate Coronado at first base. He had a leadoff single. Let's see if the Revs can build off that. The 1-1. Sportman really hit one hard into center field. Marinkov catches it. And Coronado runs back to first base.
Yeah, the first time Sportman's been kept off the bases tonight. Singled his first time up, doubled in the 3rd. So Marinkov collected that one for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 33, the catcher James Skelton, the lefty. Skelton is sac fly his last time up, a sac bunt his first time up. So doing what he needs to do to help out his York Revolution teammates.
So a runner on first for the Revolution. The pitch home to Skelton in there for a strike. Coronado, the runner for the Revolution. 0-1, 1 out in the inning. The 0-1, that one missing for a ball, 1-1.
So Skelton, he's reached AAA with both the Nationals and the Reds. Also been with the Pirates and the D-backs organizations throughout his career.
The 1-1 missing for 2-1 to Skelton. 1 out in the inning. Heron and the Rockers would love a little ground ball here to get out, a little double play. For the Revolution, you got 2 runs. This is a very powerful hitting Rockers team, so the Revolution would love a little bit more of a lead, a little insurance, if you will. That one popping back for a foul. Skelton brings the bat to his mouth, a little kiss, hoping for some good luck.
You have to take care of the equipment. Take care of the equipment, and it will take care of you. That's the old saying. So Skelton doing his part. There's the pitch from Heron.
The 2-2, that one missing for a ball. It's a lovely night. We're here in the press box, but it was a cool night last night, and it appears to be perfect conditions once again.
Definitely baseball weather, so if you can get down, there's still plenty of baseball left tonight.
The 3-2, that one in there for strike 3. Skelton gets rung up as he goes down looking. He is not a fan of that call. Heron gets the strikeout, his second of the night.
Right fielder.
That's out number 2 of the inning. That's one that he needed right there, he being Tyler Heron.
Yeah, big pitch from Heron there.
This brings up Melky Mesa. Mesa foul tips this one, 0-1. Yeah, that's a big strikeout there for Heron. A little comebacker there, striking out.
Yeah, needed that one to settle things down. So 2 outs in the inning. In case you just joined us, the score lines, the Revolution, 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. The Rockers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors.
That one fouled off of the leg of Mesa. Quickly an 0-2 count.
And Mesa walking around around the cutout. That one did not. It was off the upper part of the shin. It looks to be okay, just slowly walking it off.
Taking his time, as we've talked about, that never feels so great. Hitting one off of your leg. These guys are all very powerful, so that does not come in slow when it hits you that quickly there on the leg. We reset. We're ready for the 0-2. This one hit foul into the crowd. Heron taking a step off of the rubber here. A runner on for the Revolution in Coronado. The 0-2. That one missing. Melky Mesa stays alive.
Mesa doubled his last time up.
Mesa, a talented outfielder for the Revolution. A big swing for Mesa, and Heron picks up his 3rd strikeout of the game, his 2nd of the inning. That will take us to the bottom of the 5th here, as the Revolution are retired after Coronado gets a leadoff single. Heron gets an out to center field and 2 strikeouts. 1 man left on, 1 hit in the inning. No errors, no runs. Still a 2-0 lead for the York Revolution. We head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your High Point Rockers are due up. It's Gomez, Schaefer, and Austin. We'll be right back. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
This is Liz Colburn, host of the Morning Uplift here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come back and check out my show, The Morning Uplift, where we talk about finding your beauty in the journey. A new show comes out twice a month on the first and third Mondays. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of The Morning Uplift. Thank you again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey guys,
This is Keith.
and Katie from Coffee with Keith and Katie on Public House Media.
Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
When you're done listening to this show, I hope you'll come check out our show, Coffee with Keith and Katie. A new episode comes out every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock.
Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Revolution and the Rockers playing some baseball here tonight on a Tuesday. 2-0 is the score. The Revolution lead. Kevin McMahon, Ash Fields here at BB&T Point. Hector Gomez, the hitter for the Rockers. He foul tips this one back into the crowd. 0-1, still on the mound for the Revolution. It is Mr. Atkins.
Hector Gomez has the only hit for the Rockers tonight thus far, a double back in the second.
Mitch Atkins, the pitcher for the Revolution. Gomez hits this one up to Nina, who is on the run for it in shallow right field. Right center makes the catch for out number one here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Gomez sending that one to him. This will bring up Richie Schaefer here in the bottom of the fifth. Schaefer looks at the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 count, one out in the inning. A 2-0 lead for the Revolution.
Schaefer went down swinging his first time up, looking for some redemption here.
A big swing from Schaefer makes it 0-2.
Schaefer shaking his head a little bit, chased that one out of the zone. So finds himself in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to fight hard here against the very stingy Mitch Atkins, not giving the Rockers much at all this evening thus far. The Rockers looking to break through. Here's the 0-2.
Schaefer looks at the 0-2 for strike three. Another strikeout for Mitch Atkins.
The catcher, number 29.
Atkins with his fourth strikeout of the night. This brings up Brett Austin, who has 2 outs, nobody on. Austin hitting to a 4-3 his last time up. The first one in there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count. 2 outs in the inning. Brett Austin looking to maybe get going a little 2-out magic here for the Rockers. Atkins trying to shut the door of this bottom of the fifth inning. That one missing for a ball. 1-1 is the count. 2-0 and Mitch Atkins has been rolling so far. Only allowed 1 hit. Here's the 1-1, another strike.
Yeah, 1 hit, 2 walks, 4 Ks thus far, and he's looking really sharp on the mound. Not really overpowering these Rockers hitters, just inducing weak contact. Guys rolling over baseballs, weak fly balls to the outfield.
This one foul. Coronado, got to tip your hat to him, running all the way over to the net.
So a lot of these Rockers hitters have looked a bit off balance in some of their at-bats, a bit out front or a bit just chasing balls out of the zone. So Atkins doing a good job changing speeds, using the corners.
Got to give credit there where it's due. And that's got to be to Mitch Atkins, doing a great job of keeping these batters off balance. Like you said, Brett Austin, the hitter for the High Point Rockers.
Bit of a break in the action. Austin steps out. Mitch Atkins steps off the mound. We're ready. We'll do it again.
The 1-2. That one hit over near the Rocker dugout. Foul.
So the Revs shifted around towards right field for the left-handed Austin. Playing him to pull.
The 1-2 to Austin. That one bounces for a ball. Make it 2-2 now. 2 outs in the inning. We are here in the bottom of the 5th.
Nice job by Austin there, laying off that breaking ball down in the dirt. Skelton moved well to his right to keep that one in front.
The 2-2. And that one in there for strike 3. Another strikeout for Atkins, his 5th of the ball game. We head to the 6th inning. The Rockers go down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2-0 is the score. The Revolution lead. We'll be right back. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
This is Daniel Poppy, host of How to Write Good here on Public House Media. I just want to thank you for listening to the following broadcast, brought to you by Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope that you'll come check out my show, How to Write Good, the writing show that is not about writing. A new show of How to Write Good comes out every Wednesday, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of How to Write Good. Again, thanks for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Jessica Hammer, co-host of Crowned and Dangerous here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Crowned and Dangerous, where Maddie and I talk about all things pageant related, especially our experiences in the Miss America organization. A new show comes out bi-weekly, every other Thursday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Crowned and Dangerous. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Jenna Burt, host of the Confessions of a Military Spouse podcast here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Confessions of a Military Spouse, where we dig deep and talk about the unspoken hard truths of what it's really like to be a military spouse. A new show comes out bi-weekly. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Confessions of a Military Spouse. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome back to High Point Rockers Baseball. You're joined by Ash Fields and Kev McMahon. Batting for the York Revolution here in the top of the 6th inning. It's the DH, Telvin Nash, number 23.
After throwing a ball on his first pitch there, Heron comes back with a strike. It's a 1-1 count. The pitch from Heron, this one fouled away for a strike.
So Heron and the Rockers looking for a 1-2-3 this inning.
It's a 1-2 count. Telvin Nash, the hitter here in this top of the 6th inning. The pitch from Heron, this one right near the dome of Telvin Nash. He has to get out of the way. That one up near the head.
Yeah, Telvin Nash having his reflexes tested during this at bat, able to navigate out of the way of that delivery from Heron. He digs back in. Here's the pitch from Heron.
The 2-2, that one in the same direction, inside 3-2.
Telvin Nash, a third-round pick of the Houston Astros back in 2009. Here's the 3-2.
That one right down Main Street for strike 3. Heron. A big pitch there. And gets Telvin Nash to go down looking. That is his 4th strikeout of the night. He had 2 in his last inning, comes back out, picks up another one. The first out of the inning. This brings up Isaias Tejeda. He's first pitch swinging. This one hit up into the air into left field. Handled by Richie Schaefer. A 1 pitch, 1 out for out number 2.
Yeah, Heron's loving that. One pitch, 1 out. That being the second out of the inning with Tejeda. But pitchers love it when that happens. So a chance for a quick hitting here, and that'll bring up the shortstop, number 6, Henry Castillo.
Castillo, the shortstop, the hitter. That pitch almost comes in and hits him. Just missed. 1-0. 2 outs in the inning.
Castillo doubled back in the second inning.
The 1-0, the bat goes flying. The ball into right field, and I think you got to give the assist to the bat there for that one to get down for a single.
Yeah, Dante, Ladendorf, and Cardullo all converging on that ball, but that ball found a bit of a Bermuda Triangle out there in right field, just dropped in. The bat, I believe, ended up in where Dante was standing or in short right field. Either way, Castillo at first base with 2 outs with the second hit of the night. He's all smiles with that. No one hurt. So that'll bring up the left fielder, number 2, Justin Trapp.
Trapp, the big swing there for the 0-1. We're here in the 6th inning. Top of the 6th. 2 outs, 2-0 is the score. The 0-1, that one up near the letters where it says York on the away jerseys. The 1-1, that one in there for a strike, 1-2.
Justin Trapp, a speedy man, had his 200th career stolen base last Friday night.
The 1-2, a big swing, tipped into the glove of Brett Austin. Hold the phone, says William Owens behind the plate. And Keefe wanted that to be strike 3 because it was caught in the glove of Brett Austin. Keefe is incensed. This might be the most inspired we've seen him this season here at home with an umpire. And Keefe really wanted that to be caught because we all saw it, and I think it hasn't been ruled out yet. Owens wants to talk about it. Keefe can't believe that they want to talk about it. He thought it was clear as day.
Hector Gomez getting in on the action as well, throwing in his 2 cents.
I'm speculating, but I would imagine that's the argument Jamie Keefe is making.
Keefe right in the face of William Owens, putting forward his case for Heron and the Rockers.
And it is caught for an out. Just wanted to make sure was Owens. I think Keefe would have lost his cool there if that was called anything else. And that is going to draw out a visit from the other skip, Mark Mason. And he is going to want an explanation as well. Well, you can't say that it's not been a lot of excitement here between some great defense, some great hitting, and now a little bit of conversations with the umpire, but from our perspective, that's the right call. It looked like Austin made a great play for out number 3.
Well, Austin caught that. I thought Austin had that ball the entire time. The Revolution thought that was not the case.
And I think Mason just wanted to come out and get the explanation, as Keith was able to get as well. So just wanted to come over and get the same explanation. Atkins back out here for the bottom of the 6th. He's been pitching so well, Ash. Do you think he stays through 7 if this goes well?
So if he has a quick inning here.
Because he's throwing a one-hitter right now.
If he has a quick inning here, maybe under 10 pitches, I wouldn't be surprised to see him get, assuming his arm is feeling well, I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back out for the 7th.
Nobody in the bullpen here for the Revolution. That can change, of course, at any time here in the 6th inning. If it starts to get away from Atkins, wouldn't be surprised if somebody gets up. We'll keep you here during the break. Talk to you a little bit as the pace of play in the Atlantic League. The innings aren't so long either. In-betweens aren't so long. Tyler Ladendorf, the hitter, making his way to the plate here for the High Point Rockers. 2-0 is the score. Revolution lead. Bottom of the 6th, the Rockers trying to get something going here against Mitch Atkins. Atkins has been lights out, very similar to the way Van Meter was lights out yesterday, and the Revolution had no answer for him. And then that went outside for a ball, 1-0. Ash, yesterday when Van Meter left the game, the Revolution were able to put something together and get this thing to extra innings. The Rockers maybe hoping to do the same. The 1-0, that one missing 2-0. If everything goes well and this inning looks good, I would keep Atkins in there as long as possible because he has been nearly untouchable here for the Revolution. Here's the 2-0. A big hit from Ladendorf down the line. Hit hard, but right to the third baseman down there. Coronado, the third of first, does not land in the glove of Tejeda. So that is going to be an E3. Ladendorf hustling hard down the line and gets a hit here. Or that'll be an error, but gets on base, I should say, in the bottom of the 6th, and that's a heartbreaker for Mitch Atkins because that was going to be another big out against Ladendorf. Ladendorf reaches, and perhaps something gets started here for Miles Schroeder and the Rockers.
Throw over Ladendorf at first base, and that could be just a thing for Ladendorf just to kickstart his hitting as well. Finds himself on first base, contributing to the offense, can carry that forward to future at-bats.
And this maybe sparks something here for the Rockers, who have had a hard time getting anything going. Not any fault of their own necessarily, just more of a compliment to how great Atkins has been.
Haven't really seen him throw from the stretch very often tonight, so.
A quick turnaround there, a spinning move to first base to check on Ladendorf. You want to talk about speed on this roster. Ladendorf, one of the speediest guys there is on this team. The 0-1, that one missing. 1-1, Miles Schroeder, the hero last night with the second walk-off win in Rocker history. The first one came off the bat of a solo home run by the man on first base for the Rockers, Tyler Ladendorf. The 1-1 to Schroeder. He fouls this one into the crowd for strike 2.
Yeah, so see if Schroeder here and the Rockers can really make that throwing error come back to bite the York Revolution. Because Atkins up until that point, just give him the one hit. So a chance for the Rockers to get back in it here in the bottom of the 6th.
Schroeder hits this one to third. Can the Revolution turn 2? They will not. Schroeder beats it out. Coronado, the throw to second was in time to get the lead runner. Schroeder showing off the wheels and beats out the throw for a single.
Number 24, Dante Bichette Jr.
Our fielder's choice.
So Telvin Nash, in disbelief, thought the Revolution had turned that double play, but Schroeder, as Kevin alluded to, showing off the wheels, finds himself at first base. One out here for Dante.
Bichette Jr., first pitch swinging, pops this one straight up into the air. Caught for out number 2 by Tejeda. Coach Billy Horn was right there because he stayed in the box. That one was right near him. Tejeda able to move out of the way and get out number 2. Bichette Jr., first pitch swinging, just got underneath it. Atkins got the one he definitely needed, but there is action up there in the York bullpen, and they would be thrilled to get 6 out of Atkins.
Yeah, huge out, getting Bichette Jr.
Vio Sergi Rosa, first pitch swinging, say goodbye to it, send it, and with one swing of the bat, the cleanup hitter for the Rockers, Vio Sergi Rosa, absolutely blasted one into right field, and the new kid on the block from the Bronx, Rosa, pointing out into the crowd, fired up, and ties the ball game.
That was a no-doubter off the bat. That would hit about halfway up the scoreboard out in right field, out in right center field. He's pumped up. The fans here at the point are pumped up, and we've got a new ball game.
My brain wasn't working quick enough there. I was trying to squeeze something out of the J-Lo song, but I couldn't. I'm still Rosa from the block, but it took too long for me to get there. You know, fellow Bronx native, Rosa. I was just trying to, connect the dots there.
Connect the dots. J-Lo definitely needs that publicity. So
I'm a big J-Lo guy. So breaking news. Big hit there by Rosa. A 2-run homer. Marincove at the plate now. Atkins has been nearly flawless all day. The pitch to Vio Sergi Rosa. He liked the first one he saw. He sends it into right field.
So you got to figure this is going to be it for Atkins.
The 1-2, that one missing. He came back with 2 nice pitches for strikes.
And credit to Schroeder as well for hustling on the line. On base for that home run from Rosa.
And Marincove hits this one hard. It's going to stay in the ballpark into center field for out number 2 to J.P. Sportman. Out number 3, easy for me to say. Out number 3 to J.P. Sportman, but not before Vio Sergi Rosa sends one into right field for a 2-run homer. One swing of the bat tied this thing up. Joined this team less than 15 games ago and making a huge impact, tying the ball game up tonight, 2-2. Heron coming back out on the mound for a 7th inning outing. We'll be right back. We head to the 7th. Rockers tie this thing up, 2-2.
Tyson's got a lead around second.
Host of Your Soccer Passport here on Public House Media. After this episode, come join us on a trip around the soccer world as we discuss club and country every Tuesday. Stamp your soccer passport by subscribing on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your Public House Media podcasts. And thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Dr. Mariah White, host of Your Life Matters, here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Your Life Matters, where we talk about dreaming big and dreaming bold to reach your wildest dreams in both your health and your happiness. A new show comes out every single Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Your Life Matters. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hi, this is Peggy Rojas, host of Viviendo una Vida en Balance here at Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you can come back and check my show, Viviendo una Vida en Balance, where we talk about life hacks to live a life in balance.
We welcome you back here to the ballpark. We apologize for the delay. Tyler Herron back out on the mound for the Rockers. There's a man on for the Revolution. That being Justin Trapp, the batter now for, that's Nina, excuse me. That's Nina on base there to start the seventh. He was hit by a pitch, was Nina. And it is Coronado at the plate here for the Revolution. The 1-1. Coronado hits that one down the line, foul. So 2-2, Vio Sergi Rosa with one swing of the bat tied it up. A big home run by him. The 1-2 from Herron. This one fouled away. Ash, are you surprised at all to see Tyler Herron back in looking for a seventh inning?
I was a little surprised to see him out. I think Keith's going to have him on a short leash this inning, so if anything gets a bit untoward or out of hand, he'll go to the bullpen. But at this stage, going with Herron. Coronado spoils that pitch. Staying alive, the count 1-2. Nina down at first base. And going back to Atkins, I don't believe we'll see him in the seventh.
He was pitching so great, Ash, but after giving up that 2-run home run, I don't think he can risk it.
So Herron gets a sign, comes set. Here's the 1-2.
That one bounces. Austin, a great catcher, put the block on it there. Makes it really tough for anybody to move on it. 2-2 is the count. 2-2 is the score. No outs in the inning. We are here in the top of the seventh. A little bit of stirring going on in the bullpen for the Rockers. Nobody up just yet. This one hit into right field. Just fair. Cardulo makes the catch for out number one. The runner on first for the Revolution, Angeles Nina, will stay right where he's at on first base.
It's a nice play by Cardulo there. Caught that one and quickly fired it back in to Ladendorf. Nina unable to tag up, wasn't going anywhere anyway.
JP Sportman is the batter now. The first pitch into him, in there for a strike. 0-1, a runner on in Nina. He was hit by the pitch by Herron. To start this inning, we are here in the top of the seventh. The 0-1 from Herron. This one hit hard to Gomez. 1-2. The Rockers turn two here for a double play. Gomez to Ladendorf. Ladendorf to Bichette Jr. The old 6-4-3 double play. And the Rockers get out of the seventh inning. It's stretch time here at the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. The Rockers retire the Revolution off a double play, and it is all tied up here at BB&C Point. We head to the bottom of the seventh inning as the fans here at the Point take it out to the ball game. We'll be right back. This is High Point Rocker Baseball.
Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast.
This is Rachel Mullins.
What's up, everybody? This is Christian Heimel, host of Press Row here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Press Row, where we talk about the biggest issues in sports with the analysts, experts, and reporters who cover them. No nonsense, hard-hitting interviews on the sports topics you're talking about. A new show comes out every single Thursday. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Press Row. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
You can bid on game-used items, Rutgers experiences, and even purchase 50/50 raffle tickets, all from the comfort of your seat. Simply visit the App Store for iPhone or Google Play, create your account, and start winning today. Custom Rutgers jerseys are also available for auction through the app.
This is Rachel Mullins, host of Hashtag No Filter Friday, here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my new show, Hashtag No Filter Friday, where we talk about all of the sexual misconduct allegations swirling around Hollywood. A new show drops every Friday at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Hashtag No Filter Friday. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
We welcome you back to BB&T Point. Kevin McMahon and Ash Fields here with you at the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here at BB&T Point, Stephen Cardulo, the batter for the High Point Rockers. A new pitcher for the York Revolution, and I believe it's Jeffrey Rosa. It is. The first pitch from Rosa, missing for a ball. 1-0 count. Great opportunity now for the Rockers to get something going. One swing of the bat by Vio Sergi Rosa tied this thing up 2-2. The second pitch at the at-bat from Perez, 1-1. Or excuse me, from Jeffrey Rosa.
Here's the 1-1.
That one missing by Jeffrey Rosa for a ball, 2-1 count now. No outs here in the inning. Cardulo, a switch hitter.
So Rosa, signed by the Nationals out of the Dominican Republic in 2015. Spent a bit of time with the Nats and the Rays. 0-1 on the season, 3.86 ERA in 11 games. The longest outing of the season, 4 innings against the New Britain Bees. Back on the 28th of May. Here's the 3-1.
Cardulo, a big swing. Fouls that one away. Full count.
So after getting back in the ball game last inning, the Rockers just want to continue to build. Maybe steal another run here against the new pitcher, Rosa.
Jeffrey Rosa in there. Hector Gomez on deck here for the Rockers. The 3-2 to Cardulo. He hits this one right up the middle. A big-time hit there for Stephen Cardulo to get on base. And here comes Hector Gomez. Great hitting by the right-handed Cardulo.
Yeah, clutch hit by Cardulo there in a big spot. A chance for a fan favorite, Hector Gomez, to continue the hit parade. Gomez doubled his first time up.
Gomez was showing bunt. That one popped off the bat, hit off the net. Foul.
Hector was in a similar situation last night. Showed bunt on the first pitch last night. On the 0-1, did not show bunt, so it'll be interesting to see what he does here. Cardullo at first base, 0-1 count, nobody out.
The 0-1 to Gomez. That one missing, 1-1. Gomez is such a powerful and talented hitter that, you call for bunt because it's a smart move, but if it doesn't work, you're happy to let him swing as well because he is such a reliable option and a great bat.
Yeah, so not showing bunt on the 0-1, so.
Sliding back in is Cardullo.
Rosa just checking in. Bit of action in the Rockers bullpen. We'll keep you posted on that as that progresses. Action in the Revs pen as well. Rosa on the mound at the moment.
The 1-1 to Gomez. A big swing. Missing there is Gomez. 1-2.
Similar to last night, found himself in a 1-2 hole after chasing a breaking ball away. And last night came up with a clutch hit late in the game. Let's see if he can do the same here tonight against Rosa.
Jeffrey Rosa would love to get a strikeout here for his first out after giving up the single to Cardullo. The 1-2. Gomez fouls this one away into the dugout of the Revolution. Everybody covers up, and all right, though.
Okay, Gomez battling hard here. Schaefer on deck. The Rockers faithful behind Gomez here. Want to see a big hit. We've seen it before. Rosa comes set. Here's the 1-2.
Gomez lets that one bounce in. He takes it for a ball, the 2-2.
Yeah, nice job by James Skelton there to keep that one in front. Keeps Cardullo at first base. Rosa looks in, gets his sign, happy with it. A quick peek at Cardullo.
The 2-2. This one bounces out for a ball. 3-2 count. No outs here in the inning for the Revolution. Cardullo at first base. The runner, he led off the inning here in the bottom of the 7th with a single. Gomez at the plate. 3-2 count. Hector has put together a great at-bat, staying alive here. Can the Rockers make something happen? 2-2 is the score. Here comes the 3-2. That one takes a big bounce for a ball and walks Hector Gomez to first. That'll move Cardullo over to second.
Left fielder, number 8.
And this brings up Richie Schaefer. Runners on first and second. And it's going to draw out a visit for Jeffrey Rosa. Skelton going to go check on his guy. Not the start you want out of the bullpen here if you are Rosa and the Revolution. It has been all Revs all night until last inning. Vio Sergi Rosa hits that 2-run home run to make it 2-2. Start of this inning for Jeffrey Rosa. A single by Cardullo, and then Hector Gomez on first base. 2-2, 2 runners on. Richie Schaefer makes his way to the plate here. The former major leaguer coming up in a big spot. He's had some clutch hits already this year and in the last couple days here at the point. Can Schaefer do it again? The first one comes in, nearly hits him for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, Schaefer looking for his first hit on the night. Had some good swings, but 2 strikeouts to his name thus far, looking to reverse that trend here. A big spot here for Schaefer and the Rockers.
The 1-0. That one bounces for a ball and misses the zone. 2-0, no outs. 2-2 the score. Rockers on first and second. Cardullo at second. Gomez at first. Richie Schaefer at the plate hitting .240.
And you got to believe if Rosa doesn't get an out here, that Mark Mason is going to go to his bullpen.
The 2-0, that one missing as well. And potentially there could be a walk here to load the bases. Brett Austin would be coming up. He has leave the park power earlier this season, blasted one off the scoreboard in right field. 3-0, or 3-0 is the count here. 2-2, Jeffrey Rosa on the mound. Schaefer was taken all the way there. That one, a strike, 3-1.
Yeah, good take from Schaefer there. Make Rosa prove that he can throw a strike. Still in the driver's seat, a 3-1, a hitter's count.
The 3-1, and Schaefer hits this one into left field. Cardullo being sent home. Play at the plate. He slides in safe. 3-2. Cardullo showing off the great speed. He's one of the fastest guys on this team. This Rockers roster, which features a lot of fast guys. Cardullo, one of the fastest ones out there. He was hustling all the way from second. A signal down to the bullpen here by Mark Mason. And that's going to be the end of the night for Jeffrey Rosa. Tough outing for him, was unable to record an out here. Here's a replay. Cardullo coming in, sliding home. Slowing it down for you. He made it around Skelton, slid in for the third run of the ball game for the Rockers. Bottom of the seventh. And a little magic here for High Point. 3-2. We got a pitching change. We'll let you know who it is when we come back. We'll be right back. No outs in the inning. Your Rockers lead in the bottom of the seventh, 3-2.
This is Julianne Condia, host of Rewritten here on Public House Media. Thank you so much for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Rewritten, where we will talk about you having limitless potential and can rewrite your story at any time. No matter your background, your past, or current situation, you can have the type of life you crave. A new show comes out every single Monday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Rewritten. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What's up, everybody? This is Christian Heimel, host of Press Row here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Press Row, where we talk about the biggest issues in sports with the analysts, experts, and reporters who cover them. No nonsense, hard-hitting interviews on the sports topics you're talking about. A new show comes out every single Thursday. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Press Row. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. 3-2 is the score. We're here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Runners on first and second for the Rockers. Orlani Quiros is the relief pitcher here for the Revolution. In the bottom of the seventh inning, it was a 2-0 lead that the Revs took in the top of the third. That gave the Revs a 2-0 lead all the way into the bottom of the sixth. Now it is 3-2. Hector Gomez almost getting caught out there at second base. Kevin McMahon and Ash Fields here with you at the ballpark. We say hello and welcome back here in the bottom of the seventh. Brett Austin, the hitter. He is yet to see a pitch. Here's the first one he'll see. Austin laying down bunt. It's a great one. He's going to make it onto first, as there was a moment there where Coronado was making a choice. Do I go to third for the lead runner? And by the time he turned to see if Gomez had made it, Brett Austin was already almost at first. Bases loaded, no outs for somebody who we believe is due in Tyler Ladendorf.
Yeah, as we said earlier in the broadcast, Ladendorf just been pressing a little bit at the plate. Just all the mechanics are there, just wanting to get that big hit. The big fella just needs to trust his hands here and go about his normal business.
The first pitch to Ladendorf, high up in the zone. 1-0. Definitely not an easy situation here for Arleni Quiros. He came in with runners on first and second. A quick bunt single by Brett Austin loads the bases. Nobody was expecting that. A big, powerful hitter, and Brett Austin laying down a single. Ladendorf, a big swing, looked good, tipped it away there, just a tad late. 1-1.
Yeah, Quiros 2-0 in the season. 0.0 ERA in 6 games of work. So a big opportunity for Ladendorf here.
The 1-1, that one misses low. 2-1.
And going back to that single from Richie Schaefer, Cardullo did a nice job coming around third base and reading the body language of Skelton. Slid to the inside of home plate, away from Skelton and where the ball was going to end up. Scored the third run for the Rockers. So it's an intelligent baseball player, Stephen Cardullo.
The 2-1, that misses as well. If you're Quiros, last thing you want to do here is walk in a run, because it doesn't get any easier. No outs in the inning. Ladendorf at the plate. Miles Schroeder on deck. In the hole, Dante Bichette Jr. Unless a double play happens, you're going to have to face all three of them. The 3-1, a big swing from Tyler Ladendorf. Makes it a 3-2 count. Bases loaded for Ladendorf.
And he had a really good swing at that pitch. Just missed it. That was probably the best swing we've seen from him in the past 3 or 4 ball games. Right on that pitch. Looked comfortable. Here's the 3-2 from Quiros. He steps off. Quiros, the southpaw.
(3-2) ball game. Rockers lead. The 3-2 to Ladendorf. That one misses. 4-4. Hector Gomez will come home to score as he is walked in.
Shortstop, number 11, Miles Schroeder.
So Gomez reached because he was walked, and he'll be walked home. Ladendorf walked as well, his second time on base tonight. And bases loaded here for Miles Schroeder. Schroeder was the hero last night. It's quickly a 4-2 lead here for the Rockers, and an opportunity to add a lot of insurance in this bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, the Revs infield in at all positions, needing to cut off this run.
And Schroeder gets this one down for a single. It'll score 1 in Schaefer. It'll score 2 in Brett Austin, and Miles Schroeder, who was great last night. Another huge hit for him. He's having a big couple of days. A 2 RBI single to make it 6-2. And this one has been broken wide open by Miles Schroeder and the High Point Rockers.
Yeah, after that big home run from Rosa, back in the sixth, the Rockers offensively have come to life. They're well and truly into the bullpen now and looking for more action here. Bichette Jr. at the plate, Ladendorf at second, Schroeder at first, nobody out.
2 runners on for Dante. He's showing bunt, a great bunt. And it's going to be close. He'll be out at first. Nice play off the mound by Quiros, but that'll move everybody over for the guy who got this thing started. Vio Sergi Rosa hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th to make it 2-2. He effectively hit Mitch Atkins out of the game. Atkins was playing great, was throwing, I believe, a 2-hitter up until that point. Only allowed 2 hits. Nobody could touch him. Rosa, first pitch, swinging, blasts one into right field, and that got Atkins out of the game. Got into the Revolution bullpen, and it's 6-2 now after a huge 7th inning where the Rockers have exploded offensively for 4 runs. That pitch missing. It's 1-0, and Ash, the caution level is going to be huge here on Rosa. You don't want to throw one anywhere near a sweet spot for him. The 1-0, that one missing again. 2-0, 2 runners on for Vio Sergi Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa, the big home run last time up, and as we said, he's a big man. He's got those long arms, and when he gets those extended, he can really do a lot of damage. Hit the baseball a long way, as we saw his last time up.
The 2-0, that one missing for ball 3. As I mentioned earlier, Vio Sergi Rosa, a new addition here to the Rockers, played for 2 teams earlier in Mexico, came back up to High Point, and has been playing well. That one in there for a strike. Made his debut about 11 or 12 games ago. So, newly wearing the Rockers uniform and has been playing great. Picked up his 3rd home run tonight and tied up this ball game. Really changed this ball game completely. The 3-1 comes in for a strike. 3-2. And Quiros works his way back into the count after missing 3 straight times. Is this how Quiros gets himself out of the jam? By getting a big out here.
Rosa calls time, steps out, Quiros off the back of the mound. Big chance for Rosa here to collect 2 RBIs.
The Bichette Jr. sacrifice effectively eliminated the opportunity for a double play here. A big swing from Rosa, and Quiros comes back for the strikeout. He needed that.
Yeah, big strikeout there. And that'll bring up number 23, the center fielder, Tyler Marinkov.
The man who started this inning on deck in Cardulo.
And that's going back to Dante, that's a really unselfish play by Dante, hitting over 400, putting down a sac bunt to advance the runners.
The pitch to Marinkov. That one missing, nearly coming in and hitting Marinkov, which would have put him on first base to load the bases back up for Cardulo. Didn't do that. Barely missed him. 1-0. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 6-2 is the score. And here comes the 1-0. That one fouled away by Marinkov.
Big swing there from Marinkov. Just did miss that pitch. Fouled it straight back. Hitting .333 on the season. 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Coming into today's play. So Orlani Quiros looking to get out of it. The Rockers looking for more.
That one missing to make it 2-1. A big 4-run inning here for the Rockers.
Quiros comes set.
The 2-1. A big swing makes it 2-2.
Cove just did get a piece of that one. Runs the count to 2-2. The crowd here at the point loving this inning. 4 runs across thus far. In case you've just joined us, the Revolution 2 runs off 7 hits, 1 error. The Rockers 6 runs off 6 hits, no errors. Still batting here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Tyler Marinkov. Here comes the 2-2. That one comes up high, nearly hits Marinkov for ball 3.
Interesting to see if Marinkov can get aboard what Mark Mason goes back to his pen.
The 3-2, that one fouled away into the dugout there by Marinkov.
So Marinkov having a chat with James Skelton at the dish. Quiroz on the toes the rubber, gets his sign. Comes set.
The 3-2, that one fouled away by Marinkov. And he's staying alive.
Yeah, he's fighting really hard this at bat. Two big runs out there. Clean single would score 2. Here's the 3-2.
Marinkov hits this one into left field. It's going to score 1. Will it score 2? It will. Ladendorf comes in right behind him is Schroeder. And that'll make it 8-2 as Marinkov gets this one down for a 2 RBI single. And the Rockers have hit all the way around now. It is 8-2.
Number 65, Stephen Cole.
The man who started this inning, Cardullo, is back up to the plate in a long inning here for the Revolution on defense.
So Kiro still out there. Mason wants him to get that last out.
Yeah, you'd hate...
Trying to save the pin, you would think.
Yeah, I was about to say, Ash, you'd hate to bring out another pitcher in this inning. That one bouncing in 1-0. 1 runner on, as that was a bases clearing single there. 2 men on, a 2 RBI single.
So Cardullo looking for more here. Led off the inning with a single. That was a great at-bat by Marinkov. Fouled off a lot of tough pitches in that sequence. Got the count to 3-2. And hit a sharp single to left field that scored Ladendorf and Schroeder.
Absolutely. As you like to say, Ash, really put together a great at-bat there. He really challenged Quiroz. He made him come to him.
Yeah, spoiled some tough pitches, fouled some off, and rewarded for his efforts.
The 2-0, that one in there for a strike. Quiroz trying to come back and get out of the inning.
It's been a long one for the Revolution. Cardillo not too convinced that was a strike, but William Owens behind the dish said it was good enough. Quiroz will be happy with that. Marinkov at first base, 2 outs, 2-1 count to Cardullo.
That one comes back in for a strike, 2-2. Quiroz trying to get strike 3 or a ground ball or put it up in the air, trying to get out number 3. And what has been not an ideal inning here for the Revolution. This is going to be a tough pill to swallow here in the 7th inning because it was going great for them up until 6 and 7. That one comes in nearly plunks Cardullo. He stays out of the way. A 3-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 6 runs scored this inning. Unbelievable. This Rocker offense, Ash, it's deadly, and it can wake up and really start firing on all cylinders at any moment. The 3-2 up near the letters of the jersey of Cardullo. He will walk to first, and that makes for a crowded scorecard as he runs over to first, and Hector Gomez comes up to the plate. And actually, Mark Mason is going to use an extra pitcher here. So 2 pitchers have come in to the game, to this inning. A third one will be used. And the Revolution are hoping that 3 pitchers, the third one will be able to pick up the last out for out number 3. Just a tough outing for Jeffrey Rosa, who started off the inning, was unable to get an out. And then Orleni Quiros came in, picked up 2 outs. Some more runs would score. 6 runs in the inning overall. A change here. And it is Robert Carson who's out there now for the Revolution. We are still in the bottom of the 7th inning. We will take a step back and return with the rest of the inning. 8-2, a huge inning here, and the Rockers lead. We'll be right back as we take a break during the pitching change. This is High Point Rocker Baseball. Rockers lead by 6.
This is Bryce Burge, host of Your Soccer Passport here on Public House Media. After this episode, come join us on a trip around the soccer world as we discuss club and country every Tuesday. Stamp your soccer passport by subscribing on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your Public House Media podcasts. And thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
We welcome you back here to the ballpark. Hector Gomez is the hitter, up for the second time in the 8th inning. 8-2 is the score. The Rockers lead by 6. Gomez hits one over. The Revolution get out of the inning. How about that? Robert Carson out of the bullpen. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's exactly what you want to see if you're Mark Mason and the Revolution. So that is how the inning ends, not before the Rockers break up the game and break it wide open. 8-2, a 6-run inning. Unbelievable stuff by the Rockers. We'll be right back. 8-2 is the score. We'll be right back. Rockers lead by 6.
This is Julianne Condia, host of Rewritten here on Public House Media. Thank you so much for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Rewritten, where we will talk about you having limitless potential and can rewrite your story at any time. No matter your background, your past, or current situation, you can have the type of life you crave. A new show comes out every single Monday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Rewritten. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Daniel Poppy, host of How to Write Good here on Public House Media. I just want to thank you for listening to the following broadcast brought to you by Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope that you'll come check out my show, How to Write Good, the writing show that is not about writing. A new show of How to Write Good comes out every Wednesday, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of How to Write Good. Again, thanks for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Fans, This call to the bullpen brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Now pitching for your High Point Rockers, number 32, Chase Hutchinson.
Welcome back to BB&T Point. We're here in the 8th inning, and it's been so long, Ash. Refresh my memory. Tyler Heron went all the way through 7, right?
He did.
Yeah, so didn't think he was going to come back out anyway after 7. Definitely not coming out after such a long inning and sitting for that long. So if that was even a thought, he was ruled out pretty quickly after that inning went pretty long. Chase Hutchinson, the new pitcher, the Rockers. Skelton is the hitter here for the Revolution. That was a extremely long inning. Hitters came up to the plate. That one in there for a strike again to make it 0-2. Ash and I spent the middle of the inning trying to get straight, recapping all of the hitters and who scored, and we want to make sure everybody gets credit. So we were talking it out and helping each other out there.
A lot of action, a lot of hits, a lot of walks, a lot of bunting.
Just smart baseball overall, Ash. 1-2 is the count. Yeah, this is a team that offensively, any minute, really get rolling. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's great, and it's not easy. There's not one guy or a couple of guys in a row that's like, oh yeah, it's going to be an easy out for us. All these guys are professionals, professional hitters, and they just make it tough on opposition pitching day in and day out, at bat after at bat.
Chase Hutchinson opens up his campaign here on the inning with a big strikeout. Mesa coming up to bat here for the Revolution. He is the right fielder, number 29. This one in there for a strike. The 0-1. This one hit hard, too short. Schroeder fires it over to Bichette Jr. for out number 2. So far, so good here for Chase Hutchinson. A very quick top of the 8th so far. Everything can change here. Telvin Nash, a great hitter, the DH, making his way up to the plate. But if you're Jamie Keefe and Chase Hutchinson and a Rockers fan, you're feeling pretty good so far. Pretty impressive stuff here from Hutchinson out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's looking sharp, challenging these York Revolution hitters, not really giving them a sniff here with a 6-run lead.
Hutchinson comes right back in with a strike. 0-1, 2 outs here in the inning. We are in the top of the 8th. The Rockers exploded for 6 runs, an 8-2 lead. The 0-1, a big swing from Telvin Nash makes it 0-2.
So your final numbers on Tyler Heron for the night: pitched 5 Ks, 7 hits, 2 runs out.
Great outing for him.
Great outing.
The 0-2. This one hit high up into the air. Cardullo trying to track it down. Makes the play. Barehanded. Tips it out of his glove. Cardullo with a weapon.
For that.
That was unbelievable. Here we go. Can we get the replay? Here it is. He has control. Bare hand grab. What a play by Cardullo. Take a big breath, big fella. Great play for out number 3. And he gets a hero's welcome into the dugout.
That's that hustle we were talking about before. 6. They're up 6. That ball's clearly foul. And he's just busting it over to the line to make that play for Hutchinson and the rest of the Rockers team. And that's why they're so tough. That's why the Rockers are so tough to beat, especially here at the point.
You nailed it, Ash. Those 50-50 plays, they go all out. They sell out for the 50-50 plays. And they don't take anything for granted. It's Tuesday night. Every night's a big night at the point. But it's the middle of the week. You might be feeling a little sluggish. They've been here for 5 games already in a 7-game series. A 6-run lead, as you so greatly pointed out. And Cardullo busts it down the line, makes the play, loses it because he was running so quickly. You know, somebody else might say, you know what? I made a good play. I should have had it, but I'm going to lose it on this one. Makes the barehanded grab for out number 3. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, as he's falling to the ground. And then Dante and Ladendorf are right there in the mix as well around the baseball. So you just can't say enough. It just seems to be a different guy every play, whether defensively or at the dish, who seems to be getting the job done.
And Bichette Jr., the ultimate hype man, he was right there for Cardullo. He loved it with that big play right there. Richie Schaefer, the former major leaguer, up to the plate now. This one outside for a ball, 1-0.
So Robert Carson still in for the Revolution. No wins, no losses on the season. 2.45 ERA in 9 appearances. The 1-0 misses down, runs the count to 2-0.
Big swing from Schaefer. And that'll make it 2-1. 8-2 is the score. Robert Carson on the mound.
And Schaefer broke the tie last inning with a single, scoring Cardullo from second. Great Cardullo side of home plate.
And that one missing there.
So a 3-1 count. Carson looks in, gets his sign. Schaefer ready at the plate.
The 3-1. That one down, and Schaefer will walk. Here to start the bottom of the 8th inning.
The catcher, number 29, Brett Austin.
Brett Austin laid down a bunt his last time that moved everybody over and did it tremendously.
Bunt. Shut off the wheels down the line. Coronado at third base. Try to get Gomez out at third on that play. So he gets the clean single. That one skied foul down the right field line for an 0-1 count. And Austin batting from the right side to the left-handed Carson. I believe we just saw some fireworks around town. Just one single firework. So we'll keep you posted on that here at the point.
It's a firework night here. This one hit hard into right field for out number 1 off the bat of Brett Austin. Melky Mesa is out there in right field making the play. Not scheduled to be firework night tonight, but some fireworks in the bottom of the 7th inning. 6 runs. You want to talk about, an explosive offense. An offense firing on all cylinders. That's what we're seeing right here from the High Point Rockers. And it was a little bit of everybody getting involved in that bottom of the 7th inning. Ladendorf looks at strike 1 out. 1 out in the inning after the Brett Austin pop-up down there to right field.
And Ladendorf walked his last time up.
This one popped up to first base. And I thought for a second the play was made by Tejeda, but that did not happen. If this score holds, Ashfields has the unenviable task of trying to pick a look of the ball game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough task. A lot of guys.
There's going to be some deliberation going on.
Might have to bring in a third person. A lot of guys contributing.
The 0-2 to Ladendorf, who really let one rip into the dugout there. Foul. Everybody hit the deck. Everybody okay. That one bounced off of the roof of the dugout and came back into the field of play. That one was jumped off the bat of Ladendorf. Foul, but a hard hit foul ball.
Yeah, everyone's okay. Watch your lips on that one. The 0-2 to Ladendorf from Carson.
Ladendorf pops this one high up into the infield. Angeles Nina grabs it for out number 2. Miles Schroeder makes his way to the plate here for the Rockers. So Miles Schroeder stepping in.
And we just can't say enough about Schroeder. Catches, plays shortstop, plays first base, plays the outfield, switch hits.
Hero last night. Big insurance here tonight. A big swing there makes it 0-1.
Just one of those guys. You can just put him anywhere and he'll play and he's going to do well. A great luxury for Keefe and the Rockers. Gives Alfonso a night off at shortstop. Allows Brad Austin into the game to catch.
He's been working so hard. He swings there 0-2. He's been working so hard, you would kind of make the argument that he might deserve a day off. But if you're Jamie Keefe, he's so useful, you don't want to give him a day off, selfishly.
He's swinging a hot bat as well. You want to keep him in the lineup.
The 0-2, that one missing.
And his ability to switch hit makes it a headache for the opposition pitching staff.
He would be...
That lefty-righty doesn't matter. He's capable.
He'd be the dream of former Yankee manager Joe Girardi, who loved a good matchup. You can put him anywhere. You can have him bat either way. The 1-2 hit hard to shortstop. Castillo tries to make the play on it, unable to do so. Will probably be graded as an error, but a hard hit.
Yeah, that'll be scored an error.
First baseman, number 24.
Schroeder aboard. He'll take it.
And just when the Rockers, or the Revolution, thought they were getting out of the inning, they let Schroeder reach Bichette Jr., the best hitter in the Atlantic League, boasting the highest average. Bichette Jr., first pitch swinging. This one gets down in left field. It'll score 1. It'll score 2. Play at the plate. Might have spoke too soon. No, it scores 2. An RBI double for Dante Bichette Jr. Double digits here at the point. The 8th hit of the night. That makes it 10-2. An RBI double for Dante Bichette Jr.
Yeah, solid pitch he liked. Jumped all over the delivery from Carson. Rips it into the left field corner.
23 RBI now for Dante.
Schaefer scores easily. Schroeder comes around from first base. Dante standing up into second base.
He entered the game with a 4.08 average. That'll bump him up.
And a mistake from the Revolution at the error on the error from
it's on Castillo there.
The error from Castillo just extends the inning, gives Dante a chance, and he capitalizes on it.
Yeah, anything you can do to try to keep him off. And now, because of that, Vio Sergi Rosa up now with a 1-1 count to his name. That Rosa, in my eyes, the difference maker. He gets on the board, one swing of the bat, a 2-run home run, and that really paved the way for the Rockers to do some damage here.
This might be something the Revolution need to address as the season progresses. Just the bullpen, the start, as we said, Atkins looked really sharp, except for the one mistake to Rosa.
It was all Revolution to get this thing through 6 or through 5 2/3. This one hit hard. A big play over to first for out number 3. The Revolution get out of the inning not before Dante Bichette Jr. hits an RBI double, which scores 2. 10-2 is the score. We head to the 9th inning as the Rockers are hoping to jump up 2 wins in the series. If that happens, if this holds, they would get the chance to go for the series win on school day. Potentially, the Rockers looking at their 4th win in a row with a win here. But you got to hold all that talk for one more half of an inning as the Rockers still have some business to conduct here in the bottom of the 9th inning. New pitcher for the Rockers. It's number 17, Nick Serenities. And we talk a lot about hair on the broadcast, which is a little bit of a dangerous subject when you got a bald man as your play-by-play. But Ash, who you can't see, has a luxurious head of hair. And we have said we're big fans of Dante Bichette Jr.'s look. But you got to, or you wouldn't be doing your job if you don't talk about the haircut on Nick Serenity. It's a great flow as well.
Yeah, great flow coming out the back. Really, he might be setting the standard for the Rockers.
Yeah, him and Bichette Jr., it's a close one. They look, they have the same hair. They have a similar look going with the hair.
Yeah, I think Serenities has got him just a bit on the length. Dante may have him a bit on bounce and and wind volume. I'm not really sure the metrics with.
Yeah, that's on you. You're the hair guy.
Not really sure all the metrics with hair, but we'll look that up. We'll get back to you on that.
10-2 is the score, and the Rockers' offense looking good tonight. Defense, not to discredit that. Tyler Heron, spectacular. And then Hutchinson in the bullpen came through big. When you can get 7 out of your starter, that's a big deal. That's exactly what happened here tonight. The first pitch for Serenities in there for a strike. This is Isaias Tejeda, the hitter here for the Revolution. That one in there for strike 2. Quickly 0-2. No outs in the inning. 10-2. Your Rockers lead here in the 9th inning.
And Tejeda, 3 flyouts in the night. 2 to left field, 1 to right.
A big swing. Dropped, 3rd strike. Brett Austin will follow him to the dugout to tag him for out number 1. A strikeout out of the bullpen for Serenities. Was that 3 pitches in a row? 3 in a row.
3 in a row. Yeah, great outing from Heron. 7 complete innings, and just gives the bullpen a chance to rest, gives some other guys a chance to work on a few things.
Hutchinson did a good job, too, getting a quick inning as well. 1, 2, 3.
Gives Trevor Frank a bit of rest. So
absolutely, someone we've seen quite a bit at home. Another strike here for Serenities.
So Serenities coming out throwing darts early, not wasting any time.
The 0-1, that one missing for a ball, 1-1 count.
A few more fireworks around the point. They're not from us, but someone's having a good time. Likely somewhere on Main Street.
Trying to celebrate the Rockers' offense tonight, perhaps. That one missing as well. Quickly 2-1. Henry Castillo trying to stay alive here for the Revolution.
Castillo, a double, a single, and a ground out on the night.
The 2-1. Castillo puts this one up in the air. Cardulo catches it to record out number 3. Not number 2, I'm sorry. Out number 2. The Rockers looking for out number 3 here. They would love another 1-2-3 inning.
Left fielder, number 2, Justin Trapp.
This brings up number 2 for the Revolution, Justin Trapp. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. That one missing down for a ball. Serenity's looking to close the door here.
So Justin Trapp, a pair of groundouts and a strikeout on the night. Two outs, top of the 9th. Your scoreline for the Revolution, 2 runs on 7 hits on 2 errors. Your Rockers, 10 runs off 8 hits, no errors.
6th, 7th, and 8th innings, the ones that produced runs for the Rockers. A little bit of everybody, a lot of contributions. Great pitching, great offense. This is as close to a fully well-rounded performance you're going to see from a team. The 2-0 from Serenities. This one hit hard, gets down for a single, maybe 2. He's going to try to stretch 2 out of it here, and he will Justin Trapp. So a 2-out double to keep this inning alive here and the game alive for the Revolution.
Second baseman, number 12, Angeles.
Good bit of hitting there by Trapp. Just kept his hands back and drove that ball into the left center field gap. Able to leg out a double. That'll bring up second baseman, number 12, Angeles Nina.
Nina stepping in, a runner on second now for the Revolution. A 10-2 game. The first pitch to him, a big swing. Tipped off into the net. 0-1.
Nina hit by a pitch his last time up. As we mentioned earlier, it was with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs earlier in the season. So this is his second trip to the point already in 2019.
That one missing, 1-1.
So Serenities and the Rockers looking to close it out here in the 9th. A 10-2 lead.
This one hit on the ground to Gomez. Gomez fires it over to Bichette Jr. for out number 3. A nice outing by Serenities to shut the door for the Rockers. Rockers win 10-2. An 8-run differential in this Rockers victory. It was 2-0 up until the 6th inning. The Revolution were winning. Bottom of the 6th, a runner on in Dante Bichette Jr. Rosa hits one swing of the bat, and that made it a tie ball game, 2-2. And then, as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning, it was Schaefer who would hit a single to take the lead. Hector Gomez would walk home to create a little bit more of a distance to 2 runs. And then Schroeder, who else, breaks the game open, a 2-run RBI. And then more runs would come in after that. And then over in the 8th inning, an RBI double stretches it to a 10-2 victory. Your Rockers win 10-2. Ash Fields, give us your 2 cents, your recap, and most importantly, your bloke of the ball game.
I'll start with the bloke of the ball game. For me, I'm just going to pick one tonight. I'm going to pick Tyler Heron. 7 strong innings, 5 Ks, scattered 7 hits, gave up the 2 runs. Really did a great job for the Rockers tonight. Gave the bullpen a break. And just really shut down the through 6 innings. It was all Revolution. It was all Revs. He stayed the course. Allowed them to come in the 7th, explode for 6. They ended up winning 10-2. Everyone else contributed up and down the lineup. Rosa, Schroeder, Bichette, Marenkov, Cardulo, Gomez, Schaefer, Austin, Ladendorf. Everyone was involved.
Can't get it done without the defense. Ash's bloke of the ball game is Tyler Heron. 7 great innings. Only let up 2 runs and gave his bullpen 7 tonight. They are loving that. A huge difference maker tonight for me. The guy who broke this game, who made it a whole new ball game with one swing of the bat, Vio Sergi Rosa, the cleanup hitter coming through, a big-time 2-run home run, a big 7th inning, and then Dante Bichette Jr., the cherry on top, a 2-run double to make it 10-2. Your Rockers win. They quickly jump out to a 2 wins here in this series. And tomorrow, Ash, a 10:30 start, an opportunity to win the series on school day. It's an Ashfield school day, 10:30 start.
Yeah, I do like the weekday day games. But yeah, as you said, Kev, as you alluded to, Kev, a chance for the Rockers to really assert themselves, win the series tomorrow, and we want to sweep. We want 4.
If you're the Rockers, 100%.
We'll take 3, but we want 4.
Speaking of 4, the Rockers have won 4 games in a row. They improved to 23 wins on the season. Before the game, not sure the scores of the Sugarland Skeeters and the Ducks, but they came into today with 24 wins apiece. So the Rockers right there with 23 wins. They've won their 4th game in a row. And the Rockers just keep on rolling. This one, a tough one for the Revolution. They were leading the whole way up until the 6th inning. You feel bad for Mitch Atkins because what a great performance.
Yeah, he was pitching really well. As we said, keeping the Rockers hitters off balance, changing speeds, spotting his fastball, made the one mistake to Rosa, got the next guy out, six complete, but then the bullpen unable to hold it. And the Rockers explode. Everyone's involved in the action. And the Rockers have a big win, 10-2. It's a bit of a runaway at the end of it.
Huge win for the Rockers. We're going to say goodnight. Rockers win 10-2. Get some sleep, folks. We got a bright and early start for you. 10:30. That'll be a 10:15 pregame start. You can see us on YouTube. You can hear us on Spreaker.com as always. So the Rockers YouTube or Spreaker, either will do whatever's most convenient for you. We thank you so much for listening. Your Rockers win 10-2. We'll see you next time. Good night from BB&T Point.
Thanks very much.